Hey, welcome into Ducks Hockey, premiering here on the Heating Network along with Ducks Gameday Breakdown. Zach, I am Todd Fox. How you doing tonight, Zach, on not home opener, but Ducks Hockey opener? Can you hear me?
I mean, it's technically the home opener, but I'm doing great, man. Yeah.
All right, we're all
I can hear you
fired up.
just fine.
Fired up.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, a little bit of a delay right there, but I can hear you fine. Dominique Lorenz from Katella Chronicles is here on the watch party. So welcome in, everybody. How you doing, Dominique?
Doing well. We're getting ready for Ducks hockey and just the opener and all the pageantry. I know Zach and I talked about it in our podcast on Tuesday that this is an exciting time. And Todd and I know as Angel fans, we don't get to be excited too often at this time of the year. And this is a little bit of a way to be excited. And even though the Ducks are on the road in Seattle, this is the place to be here tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a ruckus crowd out there. I know I caught a bit of your guys' live the other day when you guys were talking about expectations. Zach, you were talking about the Ducks possibly getting back into the postseason.
Yeah, I think that if they, play the way that they have been and they're staying healthy, I think that they could be a wild card team. But when it comes to the Pacific Division, unfortunately, I see Vegas in the number one spot. And then if you were to, put the Ducks in a spot, I'd say they finished third in the Pacific. But they're definitely going to be competing because, I would say the bottom feeder of the Pacific Division, it's going to be San Jose for sure.
Yeah, they've got a ways to go, right, Dominique?
Yeah, I think it's, Zach and I talked about it, and no matter how you stack up the Pacific Division, I feel the Ducks are right in that group in the middle of the division where it's kind of a toss-up. You have us, Vancouver, Calgary, depending on how the Kings kind of go up and down throughout the year, however that may go. There's about 4 or 5 teams in this division that could finish second, could finish third. So the Ducks get a little sneaky, get a little happy, and they could find themselves, as we say, wild card. Who knows? Maybe they find themselves in the top 3.
So we're thinking that we can be competitive, with like the Seattle Krakens of the world, because like you mentioned, the Kings are always going to be a thorn in the side. They sometimes start slow and they kick it into a gear come second half of the season. So I'm looking forward to the Ducks additions. As far as coaching staff, I think we're going to be a little bit edgier out there, which is a good thing, a little bit more in your face and aggressive, whereas past teams have been very much nonchalant, just clearing the puck, poking it in to our zone and trying to fight for the puck instead of just running actual plays and stuff. But I think the Ducks are going to be offensively a much better team this year.
I think Brian Boyle said it the best on NHL Network. He said that, this team, they're going to be reckoned with. And, if they add a few pieces at the deadline, I think that, because I don't like the way our, top 6 is on the back end. I think if they were to improve that, and I think a name in Dominic, I brought this up on the podcast recently. I think Ryan Strome could be one of those trade pieces where we're like, okay, we send him off to a contender, maybe Edmonton, someone, and we fill that back end, with somebody who, wants to come aboard, with a team that's, retooling. So, but, other than that, I like the way this team looks on paper. I hope Jansen Harkins comes back, a lot quicker than 6 to 8 weeks. So.
Yeah, and to that point, you already see Ryan Strome on the injured reserve to begin the year. He's going to miss the first 2 games on this road trip, probably the home opener, as for some people that might be new to hockey that are joining us here on the Heating Network. IR in hockey, at minimum of 7 days. So you got at least a week where we'll see where Ryan Strome takes either a stride in the right or wrong direction. But next man up mentality, and the Ducks have a rookie making a debut tonight, and Beckett Senek is going to be someone who's quick, who's fast, who's got a lot of promise. Again, be positively aware of the situation. It's, he's not going to maybe be a 50-goal scorer right off the bat and expect everything in one season. But to have him already at this young age on the opening day roster, I think that's going to be very, very good for his development.
Well, you and I talked about it. Sorry, Todd, I know you had a thing to say, but I just want to say real quick, in regards to Beckett Senek, when he got drafted, I even said to my buddy Craig, this guy's going to be a project. He's going to be one of those guys it's probably not going to see the league for 2 to 3 years, but he has shown, and it goes to show you what Verbeek knows versus what we know as fans. And I don't know if you guys heard his press conference interview with Zach Kavanaugh. He sounds like Kermit. It's this very deep, like, but
yeah.
And I'm kind of like, I'm like debating on whether to give him that nickname, but he's got a bright future, man. And they know what they're doing. So.
Yeah, and I think right now, like Pat Verbeek, he gets a lot of scrutiny sometimes, but I feel it's almost like Philadelphia 76ers from years back when they said, trust the process. We know what we're doing. Let's have some patience. And for the most part, Ducks fans have been very patient because it has been a little bit of a drought since we made the postseason. But I think to Zach's point, and Dominic has said it before as well, the future does look bright. It may come a little slower than we want it to, but once it's here, you can see the fruits of the labor. And it's going to be fun to watch this team because I think there's going to be some electrifying plays. I know that there was, always some fans that don't like to see homegrown guys go. I know that watching Ducks Game Day Breakdown when Zegras was traded, everyone's like, it's the end of the world. But I liked how you broke it down. You said it's not the end of the world. Calm down. Trust the process. This is what we're getting back. Let's see what we're doing. And I think if we keep that approach, I mean, it's for the betterment of the team. So I think in the long run, that move will pay off. But it's kind of hard at first when, again, the team hadn't been in the postseason. Zegras looked like an up-and-coming star, but you broke it down good because he couldn't stay healthy either. So that was another thing, another reason why we needed to make that move.
Well, that was one of the things that really, bless you, honey. That was one of the things that really, rubbed Pat Verbeek the wrong way from what I was told. He came into camp, he was hurt, and then had to rehabilitate that entire leg injury and was like, oh no, I'm healthy, but I want 8 times 8.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but Michigan goals, they're great. You can do that at that top speed. But at the same time, I'm just like, that's one or two out of 82 games.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so that's why I say, I think the hype for Trevor Zegras got way too big for him especially when he became the cover athlete on NHL 23.
Oh yeah, because we Dom, I think you can attest to this too. Ducks fans wanted that player. They wanted that Timo Solani, Paul Kariya guy, and I think that's where they were thinking. They were thinking that Zegras is going to be that guy. He's going to be the goal scorer for the Ducks.
No, I think. We had this kind of situation when Jamie Drysdale got traded away to Philadelphia and everybody started freaking out and thinking he was the defenseman of the future. Without Drysdale being traded, would Jackson LaCombe have emerged as a young talent who just got a massive deal? Same thing with Zegras. Now that Zegras is gone, as emotional and as tough as it is with how talented he was and could even be more, who is that going to create the opportunity for? Is that more opportunity, more reps for Cutter Gauthier? I think so. Is there going to be more reps now for Leo Carlson, even more than he already had? Absolutely. Even somebody like a Troy Terry, who has been established in the Ducks lineup for the last couple of seasons, who's been through the rough days. That's going to give him more of an edge now to play and kind of replace that fever dream a little bit of what Trevor Zegras was to this Anaheim Ducks franchise.
Absolutely. So with that being said, guys, thoughts on tonight's matchup with the Seattle Kraken, third year in the NHL for the Kraken. First year was obviously a good turnout, but last year, a bit of a disappointment. Thoughts on the keys to the game for you guys tonight and picking up the W on the road?
Do you want to go first, Dominic, or do you want me to go first?
No, you go first, Zach. Go for it.
I would definitely say, especially against a team like this, they got Matty Beniers back there. I think just get pucks in deep and obviously, get something going on the power play. If you get chances, get traffic in front of the net and score first, set the tone early. If you don't do that against a team like this, they're going to pick you apart. And even though I feel like the Ducks on paper are a better team than the Kraken, That's my godson, by the way. All
right.
It honestly, like, they just need to get on the board first. They got to set the tone early. They got to especially make hits. Like, you got to make yourself a more physical team, especially this season. Now you got Kreider, you got Trouba, you got Gudis back there who's healthy. And I think just making those first saves with Dostal, I think, you know, they're going to come on top. I think it's going to be 4-2.
All right.
Okay. Dom?
You know, I kind of go along those lines as well. I think the biggest thing that everybody needs to remember is Joe Quenneville is now behind the bench for the Anaheim Ducks. There's going to be a different edge to this team, not just tonight, but I think this season, and just what this season means for the Ducks and their franchise. You know, Pat Verbeek has pretty much said it without maybe saying it bluntly. This is an important year for the Anaheim Ducks and just getting on the right track and doing the right things. Tonight's the start of that. And for me, I would absolutely love, 100% love to see, and I'm looking on the Victory app right now, looking at the forward lines for tonight. I want to see the fourth line, the deeper lines, get included into this ballgame. Ross Johnson, Ryan Fulling, Sam Colangelo, who comes in for Ryan Strome being out. If you can get that third and fourth line working with Michael Gramlin getting bumped up to the third line with Vetrano and Killorn, if you get the back end working, we know what the front two lines can do for the Ducks when they're hot. So get the back end working, and I'm not going to lie, I have the same final score: Ducks 4, Kraken 2.
I like that. I would like to end it with a nice empty netter at the end, if possible. A close game, and then just put one in the back of the net to end the game and send the Seattle fans home a little upset. But that's going to be a lively place here tonight as we're almost ready for the puck drop here. I know they're going to commercial once more. You know, Zach and Dom, you guys are going to be on the mic tonight, right? Calling the play-by-play. And then I'll chime in where is needed. But I'm excited for this season. Again, with Ducks hockey, the fan base is really good in Anaheim, obviously. And, you know, right now starting on the road's not ideal, but I can't think of a better place to play because I know the fans up there, no matter the team, whether it's basketball, football, baseball, or hockey, they come with it. So it's going to be a tough venue, guys, to win tonight. But you guys are positive we're going to get the win tonight. I like that. Let's get it started.
Let's do it.
No, 100%.
You know, I think for me, I know some people might be on different paces tonight based on your streaming and Wi-Fi capabilities right now. 30 seconds into the ball game, very much just puck passing back and forth for the Ducks. But, you know, we also have to remember, too, this is the Lukas Dostal era. John Gibson is out. And I know, Zach, we were talking about before we hit live, John Gibson getting pulled in the second period tonight for the Detroit Red Wings. So right now, the Ducks hadn't even gotten their season started, and the trade already looked pretty good in their thought process.
Oh, 100%. I mean, you go into the season, you don't have Cam Fowler anymore, you know, even though he's in St. Louis. You don't have Zegras, you don't have Drysdale. The last guy on this roster from the Bob Murray era is McTavish. He's the last guy he drafted. So that's why I say, you know, it's kind of a thing. I mean, if you want to look at it that way. However, I mean, it's a completely new regime. And I think that's the biggest way to look at it. It's just like, this is a new start. I'm also very surprised Seattle didn't wear their glow-in-the-dark jerseys, which that's just not a thing. I think it's so dumb, you know. But I know, like, once we get a black jersey next season, it's going to sell a ton. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think there's going to be a good selection here tonight as Dostal makes his first save of the season with 18:24 remaining. I think with the Ducks and everything that they do in terms of promotion and marketing and how the 30th anniversary season went in this new era of Anaheim Ducks go as well. There's some fun things coming up for this organization as well. And Ducks fans should be appreciative of that because they have ownership that loves their team.
Yeah, they definitely have more of an upside and more of a team that's, or a fan base that's appreciative of the ownership. You got a lot of things going on with the OC vibe. I know Zach's talked about it and the possibilities and the things that are going to happen for the different phases. But as far as like the stadium too, the remodeling, I think Ducks fans are really happy about that too. The renovations to the Honda Center. So I'm looking forward to that as well.
And I want to give a shout out right now to our producer, the Stars, Randy Yaz, who's in the background right now. He uploaded our beautiful Ducks goal horn whenever we score a goal tonight. It's the first, Todd, if you're looking at the back end with me, it is the first clip on the background music side. So if we do our best impersonation of producer to the Stars, Randy, we know where to find the buttons tonight.
Yes. Whoops.
Wait, what happened?
Oh,
there we go. There we go.
We're back. We're back.
There we go. Todd already failed. He's done.
Already failed.
No producer to the Stars credits. He's done.
Oh.
But so far the Ducks, as Zach, with his oohs and ahs, is Seattle on the board and 17:39 remaining. Ducks, as I was about to mention, playing a lot of time in their own defensive zone, not able to generate the pucks back to the back end of the ice.
Dude.
And it's done with the first goal of the night. And Ducks are going to trail from behind, and this Joe Quinn.
Who shot that? If it was Brandon Montour, I'd throw up.
Yeah.
No, it's done.
Yeah, done. I think he's going to get credited for the whole goal. 29, right to the middle.
Is there even a screen? Let me see. Yeah, you guys are a little ahead of. You're a little. Yeah, there's a screen. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got the Victory app on my phone that's live. My TV is buffering, so it's about 30 seconds behind, and it's almost like if you're in the film session watching frame by frame. So it's like I got two different screens going on. But yeah, done with the goal, 17 and change remaining in the first, and the Ducks will start off their season trying to come from behind.
Yeah.
I mean, we wouldn't have won it any other way, right? Can't have anything easy.
No.
Backs against the wall. The NHL already doesn't like us by putting us on the road consistently every year. So why not get the fans what they want?
Yeah, no kidding. I'm trying to get it to off another site right now because my streaming is buffering like crazy.
Okay, so you and I are experiencing the same things.
Yeah,
and I think Zach, we talked about this as we had tech troubles in our podcast 2 days ago, and I'm like, don't let this be an interpretation of what could happen on opening night.
No. I mean, it's going to take a few games. You have a new coach, new system. You have both new offensive and defensive coaches and special teams. So Lacombe
finally generating some offensive pressure.
It's the fourth line: Johnston, Paling, and
Colangelo. Jackson Lacombe out on defense. So again, at this point now down 1-0, you're going to need all four lines to ball out and play. So get a little speed. Maybe sometimes some teams need to be put behind the 8 ball, and the Ducks have been the cardiac kids, come back on Katella before. They know how to come back in a hockey game.
Yeah, they just need to develop that team chemistry, especially, with a bunch of new guys coming aboard and guys, no longer being a part of the lineup. I mean, it just takes time. You got to develop and everything. And Leo is going to be that number one guy. That's the other thing too. So
yeah, they gave the goal to Vince Dunn with the goal, Larson and Schwartz with the assist at 2:21 in the first.
Okay.
Let's see. I think in the Ducks, in the whole mindset of looking back into preseason, again, this first little taste of Joel Quenneville is the Ducks had some really, really good games, and then there were some other games where it was like, okay, we know what to work on moving forward.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially the one, our last one, where they almost came back and won in a shootout
against the Kings.
Down by 4 goals.
Oh yeah,
and they came all the way back. I mean, that's something that no lead is safe. Oh, they almost scored just then.
Ducks almost getting in there. So it looks like for now, Zach is the most ahead of us out of the bunch, which is great. And
what time are you at on yours right now?
16:08.
Okay, yeah. I'm at 16:26.
Okay, so we got a little time, but we know.
I know. Kreider almost got it.
Watching games with Zach, either in person at Honda Center, we both are the same where we'll have the oohs and ahs going around whenever something happens.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, no. So I know when Zach has his moments, I'm like, okay, should I brace for impact or brace for celebration?
That's why he's calling the game right now.
Yeah. Should have heard me during the Dodger game, man. I was like having a heart attack.
Yeah.
Now, get to some comments right now as we wait in between the whistles. Rally Chris saying he's so ready. Go Ducks. Landon, Todd's favorite Tampa Bay Buccaneers buddy, says Ducks for Stanley Cup champions. I know
let's slow down.
I dialed it back just a tad.
Is that a hook?
And here we go. I think the Ducks are on the board for the first time, and yes, it is. Is it the rug?
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Is it the rug, Bennett Senek?
Is it Beckett Senek?
He's clapping everybody on the bench.
Oh, my God.
Let's go. Should we play the horn for the first
goal
time tonight? Let's do it. I'll play it.
There you go.
Wow.
1-1 right there here in the first period. A way to come back on them, too. That's their 6th shot on goal.
McTavish digs it out in the corner.
And then Dunn having a bad clear out from the back of the net, and just good work from McTavish to start that whole thing off. Fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Nobody was on him.
And it goes to your guys' point. Keep the pressure up. Good things happen. Keep trying to put the puck on net. And that's exactly what they did.
But see, this is what I was talking about even last year. Like, of course, we didn't have some of the weapons that we have now, but they're running the 2-1-2 offense where you got 2 guys pressuring down low, and then you got the other guy going in front of the net, and then you got the other 2 guys who are basically, pinching in the offensive zone. And it's like we were just so conservative last year.
Yeah, that's been the problem. But like you said, to your point, when you dig it out like that and you're able to just throw it towards the net, if you have a guy hovering around the net like that, good things can happen, or at least you're providing cover for a defenseman. If the puck clears out towards the blue line, they could take a shot. You want all kinds of traffic, if possible, in front of the net. So, that was a very, very nice goal to start things off for the Ducks.
Ross.
Yep. Beckett Senek with his first career NHL goal assist to Mason McTavish.
Wild.
Exactly 2 minutes after Seattle got on the board first, the Ducks answer. 1-1 first period, roughly 14 and a half remaining. So all that stuff about Beckett Senek, I take it back. Maybe he is a 50-goal scorer. He's on pace for 82 goals right now. It's great.
Slow down, Dominic. Slow down. Slow down, man.
So according to everybody tonight, Landon says Stanley Cup. Dominic says 82 goals. The optimism is high.
We are drinking the Kool-Aid very early here this season.
Oh, yeah.
That's incredible. I mean, the thing is that he could play 9 games and get sent back to either the OHL or the WHL pertaining to his contract. I hope they don't, because if he produces, just keep him up there. Why send him back? I get it to development reasons, but
I think it would come down to whether or not they're satisfied with his the way he's playing with the club, the lines, or the practice. If he's taking it seriously, you can play with the growing pains if he's bringing the energy and helping the team a little bit more speed wise and passing. If his passes are crisp, I think that's what really depends on some of these young guys staying up here. So if he's with a game plan, the coach likes him, man. I say keep him up here. Let's see what he could do, because I mean this team's like, what is it? Are they the youngest team in the NHL right now?
They're one of them. I
think they're in the top 3 or 5 in the age category.
Oh, Senek. Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, the Ducks. Senek is taking advantage right now. 13 minutes to go. Ducks working in their defensive zone, as that one will rattle behind Joe Stahl, who right now has only seen 2 shots. Make it a third one as a nice body block save just right in the breadbasket as it pops away. And Seattle has it back in their defensive zone. And right now, a little trading back and forth. The Ducks having a little upper hand at this moment.
Yeah, I won't do that again. It's weird because you guys remember when Seattle got drafted? Like it goes along here. It felt like Ron Francis was like, how do I create the worst team possible? It just felt that way. It just it felt like they got the what's it called? They got basically the shaft. Meanwhile, Vegas got the
I was just about to say.
And everything.
I've never seen that in any sport. Oh, nice block there. I've never seen in any sport how Vegas was hooked up as a first-time franchise.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable.
You could tell the NHL was like, Vegas is more attractive than Seattle, so we're gonna just throw anything at the wall and give Vegas whatever they want, and then it's Seattle's little brother syndrome. It's like, okay, you get whatever's left over and deal with what you get.
Yeah, it's just.
It was good to see Vegas lose, even though it was at the Kings' hands last night. That was nice.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I was fine with it. I mean, that's why I commented on their social media. They were taking the ice, and I was like, I hope you guys lose every game. Every game. Like, I cannot. My wife and I, we cannot stand Vegas, and even though we've only been to one game there, it just that whole fan base, they're so annoying. I just can't stand them.
No, the Ducks, I think, have opportunities this season, and we've seen it a few times. It hasn't really worked out so much for the Ducks playing the Golden Knights in the Golden Knights franchise so far. But there are games where the Ducks will play relatively well against Vegas and kind of, I guess, upset them, surprise them, because most people don't have the Ducks and you have beating Vegas on a consistent basis.
Yeah, and that's the one team over there because obviously they don't support the Raiders, and they really don't have a college team that they get behind. So I think the fan base, the ones that do live over there, are taking that as their own. It's not a franchise taken from somewhere else and handed to them. I think they'll be like that too when the NBA eventually grants them a franchise. But for right now, I mean, their fans are pretty loud and obnoxious for a franchise that's only been around a few years.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, I doubt it's funny because the Raiders don't act that arrogant.
Yeah.
And when the A's move to Vegas,
they won't be arrogant.
They're not going to act that arrogant. But for some reason, the Vegas Knights, they got a pass. And I'm like, it was one of those things where I'm just like, oh, yeah, you guys, basically were gifted, even though you had to perform.
Yeah.
And I'll beat that drum forever. I'm like, you guys weren't just, you guys basically got Marc-Andre Fleury for free.
Yeah,
like
they
stop.
sure did. And you could always ride a hot goalie as far as you can in the postseason. It always comes down to the hot goalie. And I'm telling you that those fans weren't having to go through any kind of struggles. It's just like, here you go, playoffs. Like right away.
So this guy, it's funny you bring that up, Todd. This guy, that was close. This guy that was standing outside of T-Mobile, he's like, I've been waiting 3 years for this. And I'm just like, and I made a post and I'm like, and I put like a little clown thing in front of his face because I'm like, nobody needs to know. But it's a joke.
Yeah.
It's such a joke. And then, the whole calling the team store this offseason about they knew about Mitch Marner signing with Vegas. And then it ended up being a thing. And they're like, oh, no, we basically had to pull them because we'll get in trouble by the National Hockey League.
Yeah.
So,
there's something in the water out there in Vegas, and they're just, I don't know, sipping the Kool-Aid in their way. And trust me, karma will come.
I can't wait, man.
Please, I can't wait to be hopefully on the glass or something when that drops.
We'll see how arrogant that fan base is once that team is hovering at the bottom of the Pacific Division at some point. We'll see if they could keep that energy.
Oh, they'll jump ship. They will.
Yeah. Yes, you have Mitch Marner for a lot of years now, and they just re-up Jack Eichel a little bit. So you're going to have the name players still on the team. So again, those bandwagoners or those, potential fall-off players or fans, I should say, will still attach themselves to those big name players. It's
Dominic,
anybody after that.
A little bit. 8 years, man. Like
8 years. That's a little bit. That's, hey, for baseball contracts, that's nothing. Some people like 10 to 12-year deals. You never know.
I mean, when you have Carlos Rodon on your team, I guess.
Yeah.
Just buy him out, man. Like, just peel the Band-Aid off. Get it over with. My God.
Hey, it's like the Angels with Anthony Rendon. They could, peel the bandage. Just do it now. It's fine.
That's what I actually meant. I meant Anthony Rendon. We were in Sports Treasures a couple weeks ago, and they had a big stack of Anthony Rendon t-shirts on sale. They were $6. I look over to my godson, and I'm like, buddy, I found you an Angel shirt.
Oh,
And he looks at
Ducks
me
are-
and he just goes, "Oh God, no."
No.
That's $6 too much.
Yeah.
Ducks had a big chance right there as they keep the pressure in the Seattle
Oh.
zone. As now they have a wraparound opportunity. 1-2, it bangs, lies in front, and McTavish behind keeping the play alive, trying to find somebody. He was looking for Senek once again. Oh boy, Beckett's having a great first 10 minutes of this ball game.
That was just wide left.
That second line of Beckett, McTavish, and Cutter.
Ooh, and then Zellweger tries to get involved in the mix. Or pardon me, Cutter Gauthier gets involved with the shot, a little extracurricular pushing with former Duck Brandon Montour in the mix, but nothing crazy. But the Ducks already double-digit shots on goal.
That rush, I hope Greg Cronin is crying. I hope he is crying in Iowa because that is how you coach a team.
Ooh.
I'm already liking the fact that we're seeing speed with a physicality. I'm liking it.
It looks great.
I liked how they showed the keys to the game according to Joel Quenneville, and it was two things: special teams play and pressure in front of the Seattle net. That was a great example of it. And again, if that's Joel Quenneville hockey, the first 10 minutes, I'm behind that 100%. Let's get it.
The passing's been good. The shooting's been on goal. I mean, those were point blank shots in the wraparound. Just a nice save right there. And they put it in the chest. Unfortunately, didn't try to go 5-hole. But man, I am really digging the pressure. They're pulling the Seattle defense in front of the net too.
Yeah, they're collapsing. They're collapsing on their net, which is something that I was preaching all last season.
Oh, once again, another stolen puck. They bring it out to the defenseman, shoot it out. And big wall in front, but again, another opportunity. The Ducks are a magnet right now for loose pucks. They're finding a way to find it to their stick and set up new shop opportunities.
Oh man, that was close. And the thing about it is, like, the shots that they're getting right now, they're all great opportunities. They're not coming all the way from the outside.
Yeah, exactly. Because last year wasn't that the thing? They were shooting from close to the blue line or at the blue line sometimes.
Yeah, because Greg Cronin was basically telling him, like, shoot from anywhere. I don't even care if it's from our own goal line. As long as it counts as a shot on net, like, just shoot from anywhere.
That sounds like the Angels. Strikeouts are okay, or double plays are okay. Just don't strike out, or strike out and don't double play. It's fine.
Yeah, get a home run.
By the way, guys, spoiler alert, it was all Ron Washington's fault.
Yeah.
Team didn't succeed.
It was all Ron's fault from the start.
Never Artie, never.
Hey, I don't even know if Artie even came to a Ducks game. I mean, an Angel game this year. I don't think he did.
No, he snuck in a couple times because we have our guys always on the lookout, and they always message us. So we've seen him a couple times. But it's funny, he's in the press box with no lights on.
Hey, I'll give it up at least, Perry Manassian will at least be up front and be out there and put his face to his name at this point. So good for him.
Dude. God. That's crazy.
Can we talk about a better team on the ice right now than the Angels?
I know. Todd is so depressed. Todd is so depressed right now.
Yeah, I had my fill of baseball this year. I just want to talk hockey now. I'm all happy about the season starting, getting going tonight. And we already got our first goal. And who was it by again, Dominique, as we're at commercial break?
Beckett Stenek.
The rookie gets his first career NHL goal. His parents are in the house. They show them going to commercial break. Mom is super emotional. Dad's loving it. I'm not sure if that's his sister or girlfriend or wife or whoever else is there with them. But super fun time, even if it's a road game in Seattle. Your first NHL goal, that's a memorable moment right there for Beckett.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Now, have you heard anything, Zach, about any new additions or new things that they're going to be doing at the stadium for the fans?
I haven't heard much. I heard the renovations are underway, considering, how much they changed the locker room and the hallways and everything for the players, which was long overdue.
Yes.
But they definitely are making a ton of changes over the next few years for the front and also club level and everything. The unfortunate part is that it's going to be too expensive for Ducks fans to even, like, the average Ducks fan to attend, because it's going to get to that point.
I think so too.
It's unfortunate that it comes to, that case scenario, unfortunately, but
well, it's going to be one of those things where, hopefully they can think of the fans at some point and say, okay, we'll give you a 5-game deal or a 10-game deal, but it's against lesser opponents, something like that. Because I hate the fact when franchises price out their fans, especially the Ducks fans who've been good fans for a long time. And are very faithful. So I'm hoping that's not the case, but I'm thinking you're absolutely right on that one. You got to pay for you got to pay for all those renovations, man. And it might be one of those things where I used to go to 10 games a year where you go to 2, and you just get the hockey package so you could see the Ducks.
Yeah, I mean, I went to a lot of games last year, and a lot of that was just because people, who reached out to me and everything, and I'm very grateful for that. But this season, I don't plan to go to a whole lot of games just because of life and everything. But any game that I get a chance to go to, like, I'm obviously going to appreciate it, because the pond is going to look so different in the next 2 to 3 years. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I think the parking garage is already set for this season, so parking is going to already be different for the Anaheim Ducks. All the front of Honda Center, I guess you could say the front of Honda Center off of Katella, is going to look very different in the incoming years. I think it's a great opportunity for the Ducks, and it just shows, and, not trying to bang on the Angels a little bit, but we can, but what good ownership and investing in what you have is so important. And there's a love, there's a dedication from the Samuelis, and I think that's awesome that they're able to do that for this franchise.
And I think they're giving a message to the fans to where, you don't technically own them, but you feel part ownership of the Ducks because they're representing Anaheim. They went back to what we wanted the baseball team to do for so long. And they're claiming Anaheim. They are Anaheim. They're like, this is your team. Invest in it. Love it. Be proud of it. And when a team does good, man, I'm telling you, it probably be very, very hard to get tickets if this team begins to be a perennial playoff contender.
I know the Ducks are trying hard, or maybe not the Ducks specifically, but the Samuelis for sure. With all of these remodels and upgrades, at some point they want to host an NHL All-Star game.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I know they've been wanting it for years. It's always the same few cities that do it every year. And now after what happened last year with the Four Nations face-off, in comparison to an All-Star weekend, do we get to a point? I know this is maybe off topic to the game, as there's 6.5 minutes to go. 1-1 tie still. Ducks 11 shots on goal to the Kraken's 4. Beckett Senek with his first NHL goal after the Ducks were down 1-0. Is the Four Nations face-off going to be a permanent replacement for the NHL All-Star game?
I think so. I really think so. I think after the just overall feedback from the fans, the All-Star game's a joke.
Oh, yeah.
I think, if you were to, yes, does it make money? But it kind of feels like a thing of the past. And it's like, now I think we need to have like some type of, like what the NBA did, where they have that NBA in-season tournament, even though hitting a banner is kind of ridiculous. But I mean, when you think about it, having that where you're, representing your country, I think is something that really means a lot to these guys. This year, I don't see it happening because of the Olympics are coming to California. But it's something that I feel that they could do, like an in-season tournament where guys are, participating in representing their country.
Yeah, national pride's a hell of a thing. I mean, we see it with soccer, the World Cup. That's why soccer is the most famous sport in all of the world. and has the most passionate fans. But you saw how passionate it was, and how it even went political between Canada and U.S. I mean, those players were playing hurt. They wanted it really bad. So yeah, I'm all for it. If they want to do that every year, I say why not? Add a couple other nations. I mean, I know there's sanctions on Russia because I know Russia would be a part of it if it wasn't for that. So that would be great. I think the more the better. I don't think you need traditional all-stars like you said, Zach. I think you could just take the best of each country, and they'll play extremely hard. We won't get this NBA basketball type, like, I don't even want to be here, I'm only here for a paycheck kind of play, because that's how the NHL All-Star game was too. And the fans want to see physicality and just hard-nosed playoff hockey, and that was some playoff hockey last year.
Yeah. I agree.
Go ahead, Dominic.
No, I just think that the opportunity for the Four Nations face-off, I feel, USA, Canada are the two prevalent countries. Sweden, Finland are always going to be your top four. Who knows if maybe 1 year for a Four Nations face-off, Sweden gets a seat off and they bring somebody else into the mix, another country into the mix, and just to kind of keep it, kind of revitalizing it and keeping it fresh each and every time. Because if you start bringing the same four countries, and let's say it's always USA, Canada, I'm sure that product might get stale. So I think as long as there's a way to kind of keep it revitalized and keep it fresh, I'm perfectly okay to keep it going, because we all watch the Olympics. Not a lot of people watch the All-Star game. So whatever way works well, get the job done and do it.
I would love to personally have 8 teams, like have Serbia, Russia, or Yugoslavia, I'm sorry, and some other teams that can participate and because I mean, like when they do the Olympics and stuff like that, they take like 2 or 3 weeks off.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think they could do the same thing. I mean, it's not like NHL fans will fall off. It'll just be a better product out there.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and it wasn't even. I remember when the Four Nations, and we got 3:35 to go, and the Ducks have the puck in the offensive zone. It wasn't even a product when the Four Nations first came out. Fans were like, who cares?
Yeah.
But to me, I'm like, no, man, like, stop what you're doing. Like, you're not going to have hockey for like maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks. Go and watch it. And sure enough.
Pardon my interruption. Goalie stick on the loose. Seattle's goaltender missing a stick. A lot of pressure up front and score.
Yes.
Oh, nice. My goodness gracious. Seattle interference call, and it's Owen Zellweger that ends up one in. Pressure from the start. The Ducks were able to keep it in.
Wait, are they going to call that back?
I don't know. Let's see. They're
reviewing it.
Owen Zellweger brings it out to the top. Shot right there. It's loose in front, and he just pokes it away. That I don't foresee where there would be a review.
There's no goaltender interference or anything.
It's just loose in front. It's almost Vetrano was pushed from behind, falls, and then Zellweger just happens to poke.
Was it off the skate?
Well, yeah, when Vetrano fell, right?
I don't know if there's enough to overturn a call like
Shane
that.
Wright pushed him into his goaltender.
That should be a good goal. I think they're.
I don't know how you call that back.
Well, I think they're trying to say they stopped the play, maybe.
Because there was no whistle that blew that said it was play over. And if you look at when they did the sighted replay, the puck was behind the toe pad of the goaltender, so it was just sitting on the line that just needed a poke across, and they've wiped off the goal.
Wow, they called it back.
They've wiped it off. The puck is.
I don't know how you call that back.
The puck is sitting right in between. I'm a little bit ahead of you guys. You're going to get an in-net version of where the toe is on the line. And Zellweger just pokes it through.
Yeah, but the puck was hit by the stick.
Yeah, it wasn't a skate or nothing.
No.
If I'm Quenneville, do you challenge?
I would challenge that.
They're going to commercial in this moment, so I'm going to keep the volume up here for a moment and just kind of see what they say, because to me, that's a good goal for the Ducks that no whistle was blown, puck was loose, unless they're going to call it almost like a trap ball in baseball, and it's like a ground rule double. They're just going to call it a trap puck. Play is dead.
Are they trying to say that it got underneath the goalie, the goal pylon, or?
but it didn't get under the goalie until the stick came in, because as you saw when Shane Wright cross-checked, I think it was either McTavish, and he fell to the ice. The puck didn't move really. It just kind of it was there.
Sat there, yeah.
I wonder, is it a situation where did the puck drop in between the pad and the skate in the equipment?
That's
because that angle from the in net angle looking down into the blue paint area, it was pinned between the goalpost and the toe. But I'm thinking, is the puck in between the goalie pad and the actual skate, and that's why they're calling it dead puck. That's the only thing I could think of.
At that point, that's on the discretion of the ref to call the play dead, seeing that the puck is stopped, the goalie's made the save, but that puck is still alive because not even the goalie knows where it's at.
And he didn't blow the whistle.
Yeah, so
he let the play on.
That's a live puck.
And this would be it. I don't know if they're gonna. We're in commercial right now. I'm coming back from commercial as we speak.
Because that's a huge momentum swing. I'm sorry.
I would say challenge it if you're allowed to, depending on whatever the ruling was.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, we're back. Let's see.
They're waiting on the bench at the moment with 2:55 remaining. And right now, John Allers and...
If they could somehow get this goal back from starting off down in a hostile environment to taking the lead by the end of the first period.
No challenge, no goal.
Oh.
We play on here. 1-1 with 2:55 remaining. Ducks up 14-4 in the shots on goal category. Oh, loose puck in front again off the face-off. Loose in front, and the Ducks almost tried to score. Oh, jeez.
I like it. Just keep the pressure going. Keep the pressure on.
No, Kreider nearly getting his first Anaheim Ducks goal.
It also could be a call where it's not challengeable.
That's true.
That also could be a thing.
That's why I'm thinking, does it have something to do with the equipment? Because if they say, equipment, it's a dead puck, move on type situation.
Boy, that's a tough one for Zellweger right there. You could tell he wanted that goal. Man.
Yeah.
The Ducks stealing pucks again.
Mm-hmm.
Leo Carlson doing stick handling is just gorgeous. Dear goodness gracious. Lacombe in front. Oh
man.
Blocked away. 17 shots on goal now for the Ducks with 2:24 remaining.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Todd.
I was just gonna say their goalie's earning his cash tonight. Their cash because I'm telling you they're putting it every which way on him.
This is like watching the Ducks from 2 years ago. Like you watch their defensive setup. Mm-hmm. As soon as they get a team that has more skill and is a lot faster than they are, their game just goes to poop.
Yeah.
Like,
do you think they can maintain this type of play though?
No, not for 81 more games. There's no way. And that's how the Ducks were. They were like, we'll rely on our goaltender to bail us out for game after game after game. But eventually you're going to break your goaltender. Look what happened to John Gibson.
Yep.
True.
You can only take 40 to 50 shots a night so often.
Yeah.
They're definitely going to have to find a good middle of play. Versus certain teams. Like you said, they could take advantage maybe of Seattle like this, but if another team comes in.
Yeah.
Ducks
they're pressuring the hell out of them. Seattle just doesn't know what to do, and they're clogging up the middle part of the ice.
No, at this point, it does feel like the Ducks of old of just dink and doink the puck into neutral ice, just throw it to the opposite end and hope for the other team to make a mistake first.
And 17-4.
Yeah, that's huge.
That is, I honestly think this is the most shots we've had in the last 2 years in a first period.
Yeah.
I can't remember this many.
Icing with 46.2 seconds remaining and, just showing replays of Leo Carlson, stick handling, picking it off the boards, getting it right back to the middle. And he rolled a shot off the Seattle goaltender's shoulder and just caromed off and above the net. Just, again, opportunities for Leo Carlson. Leo. I can already tell 19 and a half minutes into this ball game, the team's IQ is much higher.
Oh, it's a huge difference. And just to see the puck support, where there's always a guy that's like maybe a couple steps away, which is something I've been preaching for the last 2 years. You know, you have that guy that's there in case the puck gets loose, and something that Greg Cronin just could never do with his game plan.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see, fellas, if the Ducks are going to come out with the same type of intensity in the second period, or they're going to dial it down a little bit, save some for the third period, and what kind of changes will the Kraken make? Will they try to get more aggressive and try to push into the Ducks zone?
Yeah.
Get better players. I mean, that's how they're going to change their game plan. Get better players.
Yeah, the goalie and Brandon Montour have been the only 2 Kraken players that have.
Do it better. That's what my wife just yelled.
There you go. Be better. Go team.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Seattle with the puck. 12 seconds remaining. Ducks get a steal and then lose it on the ensuing pass. So that should be able. Oh, no, another steal shot. Oh, up and out it goes from Foling.
Oh, look, he's pathetic.
Oh, boy, 3.9 seconds away. The Ducks doing a little bit of everything in this period. And, you know, for years, I think everybody jokes that the second period has always been the worst for the Ducks. You know, they either have momentum early in the game or late in the game. Somehow the second period can sometimes get away from the Ducks. Hopefully we'll see tonight in game 1 that there'll be a little different system in place for a better second period.
Hey, honey, what do we always call the second period? No, not the breakdown. What do we call it? The collapse. I've said that for so many years. Like, they play so well through 20, and then the second period, you're like, this is not the same team.
Yeah, what happened? But that'll do it for the end of the first period. Horn sounds, and we have a 1-1 tie going into the second period. Beckett Senek gets his first career NHL goal. He got to skate by himself in warmups, have that first NHL moment, and a great opportunity for the Ducks. And 17, I believe it was 17-5. I think they credited Seattle with one extra. 17-5 shots on goal. Ducks nearly had a 2-1 lead, a goal called back. Don't really know why. We might have to go through the bowels of social media in between the break, but 1-1 after one. And I'd say if I had to give the Ducks a grade, I'd give it an A. Very good period overall. Very good period.
Yeah, I was thinking in this one, like usually the Ducks, they put up max, 7 or 8 shots per period, you know, like, you know, or at least not max, but on average. And I was thinking it would be like 7, 8, something like that, with the Kraken having like one more shot. But boy, if you're a Kraken fan, you're kind of feeling like, damn, we didn't get in there. We didn't pressure them, although that, you know, they got the goal. Outside of that goal, they really didn't pressure the Ducks at all. They were kind of fighting for their lives because a few bounces here or there, even the goal that was taken back. I mean, they could have had like 4 goals in this first period.
Yeah, I mean, the game to me should be like 3-1, at least. Yeah. I mean, you look at the Kraken and they kind of look lost. And I know that, you know, some teams, it takes them 15, 20 games to get up to speed. However, you know, in this instance, when you see results with the Ducks right away, especially with the new coaching staff and the new special team systems, I mean, they look like a completely different team. Yeah. And it's something that I've been preaching all off season. I'm like, just give them time. It may take 1 game, and they may take 5 games. It may take less than 10 games. But this team, I mean, the way that they're playing, I'm not saying they're going to play like this all the time, but they look good, man.
I think it's definitely just from 1 period of play already a necessary step in the right direction. And again, we've talked about this, Zach, and Todd, you can agree to this as well. You're not going to really know truly what this Ducks team really is until we flip the calendar to November.
Yeah.
Get 3 weeks under the belt. I think that's what, roughly about 10 to 12 games or so into this season, and just kind of get a feel of what is to come for the Ducks. And speaking of what is to come, let's divulge into what October looks like for the Ducks, because starting on the road, a 2-game road trip tonight in Seattle, Saturday in San Jose, opportunity to potentially come home to Honda Center on opening night against Pittsburgh and be 2-0. Pittsburgh, Carolina at home, and then a massive East Coast road trip. Chicago, Nashville, Boston, Tampa, Florida, before welcoming John Gibson and the Detroit Red Wings on Halloween night. October 31st.
Well, I tell you, two of those games I'm excited about. The Carolina one because the Hurricanes are so physical, and then Florida. I mean, that's going to be a hell of a game right there. A great atmosphere too. So, I'm digging it so far. I mean, first impressions are everything, right, guys? So, good first period, good first impression of the new era Ducks.
Yeah. I mean, there's no reason why this team should not go 2-0 into opening night.
Yeah.
And Pittsburgh, they're not great. I mean, it's basically the Evgeny Malkin, Sidney Crosby, Chris Letang retirement tour now.
Raquel,
like they're not going anywhere.
It's the oldies but goodies tour.
The veteran-laced Penguins.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, and that's why they did the whole like Marc-Andre Fleury thing, signing him to a PTO, and you know. You talk about the East Coast road trip. It's like there's no reason why this team shouldn't beat Chicago, Nashville, and who else do they play on that road trip, Dominic?
Boston's involved in that road trip as well. Florida, Tampa.
I would say they would take 4 out of the 5. I think they would beat not Tampa. I think they would beat Florida.
Nashville was on that list as well. It goes Chicago, Nashville, Boston, Tampa, Florida.
Yeah. Tampa, I think they would lose. Florida, they would win because I think Florida, with their injuries and everything, they're dealing with some stuff. Boston, again, another team what is your identity? What are you guys, what are you guys even trying to do? So it's interesting, but I think this team, they're going to be, and I know because we're just coming off one period, but
we're all drinking the Kool-Aid very early, but it's nice for a change. It's opening night. This is kind of the hope that we have moving forward.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the reset button because I think we're all starved for that kind of like playoff type hockey again, or at least getting into a game or two where it's like, okay, I feel good about this upcoming road trip, or I think we can go 3-1-1, before coming home. Get some like it's more of like before we were just happy to hang in some of these games. Now I think let's try to get points, whether it's a win, whether it's a tie, or win in overtime, or a tie, an overtime loss. So either way, I think it's all about recouping points because we're going to need those by the end of the season. And that's why I'm hoping this team can continue to keep it close with these hockey clubs. Because again, last year it just seems like they were overmatched so many times in these games, and so far so good against Seattle. And if they keep that play up, I think obviously good things are to follow. I think they can be very competitive.
And in this first period, before we kind of look at some scores around the NHL and some other scores that are going on in the sports world, so far tonight for the Ducks, again, 1 goal, the Beckett-Senec goal, assisted by Mason McTavish. The Ducks outshooting Seattle 17-5. Seattle is winning face-off percentage 52.4 to 47.6. Shockingly, no penalties in the first period. Very nice.
I was about to ask you that.
Yeah, very clean first period. Seattle wins in the hits category 20-11. They also lead in the block shots 9-5. Ducks 7 giveaways to 6 for the Kraken. And that's pretty much it. 1-1. No penalties. Exactly about 2 minutes apart. Dunn gets the goal for the Kraken. Senec gets the goal for the Ducks.
They had 7 giveaways?
Yeah, the Ducks had 7 giveaways in that period.
I would love to know who keeps track of that stat because I didn't see that. Like, that's wild to me.
I saw maybe a couple just kind of bad ricochets, I guess. I don't know, again, the specific ruling of what quantifies as a giveaway. Either way, the score is what matters. And some other scores that are going on in the NHL today. Second intermission, Colorado and Utah. Utah Mammoth are tied up at 1 apiece. Canucks leading the Flames 1-0 after 1. Golden Knights and Sharks tied at 1 at the end of 1. That game is on ESPN Plus and Hulu, but who cares about them? Because this is where you want to be. Katella Chronicles, Halos in the infield. Ducks Gameday Breakdown here with you tonight. Carolina Hurricanes defeat the New Jersey Devils 6-3. Minnesota Wild shut out St. Louis 5-0.
Wow.
And St. Louis home team in that game. Nashville Predators defeat the Blue Jackets 2-1. Dallas beats Winnipeg 5-4. And a couple of teams that the Ducks will face on that said road trip. Boston beats Chicago 4-3 in overtime. New York Rangers shut out the Sabres 4-0. Canadians all over the Detroit Red Wings 5-1. And the Ottawa Senators upsetting Tampa Bay 5-4. And the very, very injured Florida Panthers defeat the Trevor Zegras Philadelphia Flyers 2-1. And the number 1 overall pick in New York, the Islanders, fall to the Pittsburgh Penguins 4-3.
I'm very curious to see. Let me pull up the Detroit game.
Let's see. Because, again, I know all eyes will be on, again, Zegras and Gibson throughout the season with what they may do. Tonight, in the Detroit game for John Gibson's debut with the Red Wings, he has a rough go about it. He gives up 13 shots against. He only has 8 saves, gives up all 5 Montreal goals. He lasted 37 minutes. Cam Talbot came in for the final 22.
Wow. And he was scored on 3 times in that first period that I can see right now.
Yeah, the summary, the 3 goals for Montreal. Detroit was actually ahead 1-0 in the first. And then goals within 8.5 minutes of it. 3 goals within about 8.5 minutes.
Man.
rough go about it, I think, at the end of the day.
Can't wait to watch those highlights, I'll tell you that.
It'll be fun. And you know, it's a big sports night, not just the Ducks welcoming back. With Zach here, even though we are Halos in the infield, we must acknowledge, to much as Todd's dismay, we must acknowledge the Major League Baseball playoffs here in the end of the first period. And the Blue Jays knocking out the Yankees yesterday, because we weren't here yesterday. Yankees lose. Seattle and the Detroit Tigers will play a Game 5 tomorrow. The Cubs beating the Brewers 3-0 in the bottom of the 6th. Cubs need to win to stay alive. And this team called the Dodgers defeats the Philadelphia Phillies 2-1 in the 11th because a Phillies pitcher doesn't know how to throw to first.
He panicked, man. Like, I watched that replay like 10 times before I went live with all of you guys. And you can tell, like, even when I saw him pick up the ball, he didn't know what to do.
It was regret.
And if there's anything that's telling about this Phillies team, Castellanos is gone. And I would even say they're gonna blow this team up. I really think so.
And I know this is hockey, but there's an intermission for a reason. The Angels, if the Phillies decide to break it all up after a season like this, can the Angels feast on somebody like the Phillies and try to get somebody like? I don't think a Nick Castellanos seems. I know I love posing these questions when I'm with Todd because I love these reactions. But what is there to feast on?
Castellanos,
like Kyle.
You guys need an outfielder. Come on now.
Todd, do you want the floor? Because I know you have feelings.
I have a lot of feelings, but I'll tell you one thing. Whenever we talk about, possibly getting to where the Ducks are, where they actually have a future, I always think of
playoffs. Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs?
Because, you need an owner. You need a competent owner first. And the fact that, again, we go another route with a manager, whoever it is, we're going to go that route. And that's fine. But I think the general manager needed to go too. We need all new direction. We need a new outlook on things. There's so many holes in this franchise, man. I don't care if they added 4 more teams to the AL side to get into the postseason. We're not going to make it. There's still a lot of work to do, and you need the right kind of adjustments. Again, apples to oranges is the Dodgers to the Angels. They're doing everything right. They're playing within the rules. They're abusing the rules, and they're spending the most money, and they're going to win. And obviously, what other team can say, hey, you know what? We don't even need our bullpen. Let's put all starters in there, and it works. To their credit, they're going to do it. I don't see anybody beating them, and you know they're going to win it. But man, it is so depressing because again, no matter if you love them or hate them, the Angels or the Dodgers, it would be better for baseball if both teams were competitive, and we are nowhere close to being competitive.
Yep.
Hold on, guys. Beckett Senek, I think he's like 20.
He's 12.
Yeah, he's 12. Yeah, he's 12.
Your wife's comments are just beautiful here so far tonight. And
I know.
You want you feel free to tell her Beckett Senek, 19 years of age.
Oh, he's 19. He's 19, honey.
Yeah.
And the thing about and I know we're going to a very sore area here. Okay. The issue with the Angels, and I've said this for years, is that the problem is that it's the same insanity every single year. Like Todd, even when you and I had dinner, like it just, you guys get to that point. You have one of the best center fielders in the game, not a leader. I won't say Mike Trout's a leader.
Nowhere close.
No, but it just, he's comfortable. And I get that. But you guys bring in these managers every 2 years. It's like, okay, but how is he supposed to establish? You got to bring in a guy who's going to be there for 5-6 years.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Like, you know, even if it's Albert Pujols or Torrey Hunter, like it just, I would not bring in Bob Melvin.
No.
I would not do that. You know, but you guys need bullpen help. You guys need starting pitching. You know, it's just Tyler Anderson. When I remember when he left the Dodgers, I was bummed about it because he had such a great year. But I'm like, he's going there to get paid. He's not going there to win.
Yeah.
You know, it just, and that's the sad truth about them. It just, and it bums me out because it's like, I see how well they do in certain situations. And I'm like, man, why can't you just, you know?
Yeah.
Well, they rely too much on analytics. And then the fact that I've been saying it since Socha's left, the whole, you know, they always do. And it happens more in football where you'll have a coach that's a player's coach and they're like, oh, you know, it lasts for a few years. Everyone's happy, go lucky, Pete Carroll style. And then, you know, the what is it called? The
reality sets in.
No, the insane asylum. What's that cliche? The criminals are running the asylum. Yeah. Well, they're running the asylum. Like the players start to rule the locker room, and then you need a culture change. You need someone to go in there as a disciplinarian. And I think the Angels have lacked on that fact since Socha's been gone. It's obvious and clear that when you had structure, you had a culture, you had a vibe, you had players that had to play at a certain level, or you didn't play. That was good for the team, and they had objectives. They had adjustments. You haven't had that with Madden, and you didn't have that with Nevin, and you sure as hell didn't have that with Juan. Those are player managers. I think you really need a disciplinarian to come in here to do something old school, go against the grain a little bit, dial back the analytics, and I think you can see some success. Now, they're not a World Series team by any caliber, but again, I think guys like Mike Trout, like to your point, Zach, are too comfortable. And they're not being held accountable, and they're able to do and say whatever they want to do.
Get out of the trash. What are you doing?
I'm talking about the Angels. That's why we're in the
no, my godson was in the trash. Sorry. No, what I was going to say.
He was getting that Rendon jersey.
Yeah, sorry. I have your guys' solution.
Okay, let's hear it.
He got fired recently, and it wasn't his fault, from the Colorado Rockies. And he's been a guy who's been on the Angels coaching staff.
True.
Buddy Black.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, well, you know what? Buddy had no
fantastic
whatsoever in Colorado.
Come on. Like, he's not the answer. You guys need somebody who, like, even a Bruce Bochy, man. Like, a guy like that who can come in, who did what he did with Texas, what he did with the Giants. If you give this guy 5 years and just be like, develop these guys, we'll go. But they just don't do that.
Yeah, they don't.
You know,
they don't have a game plan. It's sort of just patchwork every year.
Right.
Yeah. Why not? It's fine. But there's our little first intermission break talk, and the quick thought. We don't have to dive into this one, but Todd, you know, we have our unfiltered sports podcast football show that we do every Tuesday here on the Heating Network. Less than 3 minutes left in Thursday Night Football, and the Giants are doubling up on the Eagles 34-17.
Yikes.
Cam Scattaboo, a trio of rushing touchdowns. Jackson Dart has one. It has been a New York Giants parade in MetLife tonight.
34 to what?
34-17, and that was after the Eagles, I think, were up, or they were down 13-10, and it just exploded.
No, they had the Eagles had scored and were up 17-13.
Okay,
That's
so yeah.
crazy.
So fun night tonight in sports as the second period puck has dropped at Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle. 1-1 score between the Ducks and the Kraken. Game number 1 of this season. Dominic Lorenzo, Katella, Chronicles, Todd Fox of Halos in the infield, and our new family member, Zach of Ducks Gameday Breakdown here with us. We will have the live stream going on the rest of the night and analyzing this ball game. I'm so used to saying baseball terms. This hockey game, I should say.
Yeah.
As the Ducks season is back. And again, Beckett Senek, 19-year-old, first goal of the season, got the Ducks on the board. And we'll see how the second period treats us. Gentlemen, I think we've all given this night an A so far.
So you're telling me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'll fold the knives.
As let's see, the Ducks back in the defensive zone again, flipping sides of the ice. Now going to the right if you're watching it on the Victory Plus app exclusively tonight. And the Ducks, I would say it's been the top 2 lines that have gotten the job done, especially that second line tonight that gets the goal scoring. But lines 1 through 4, everybody has run very smooth in this ball game so far.
They're just very urgent. I'd say there's a lot of urgency on pucks right now. Like they're controlling especially the middle part of the ice. Like, that Beckett. Oh my God, man.
Oh,
yeah, that's a good shot.
Nearly going 5-hole to get that one. 18:30-ish remaining in the second. As, again, just within the first 90 seconds of this period, the Ducks are the aggressors once again, and the Kraken are on their heels.
Time of possession, guys, is everything.
Oh, I can't wait to see those numbers. Oh, my God.
Yeah. We'll go through more of the secondary numbers in the second intermission.
Yeah.
I think what I would like to see, if every period we kind of look at what we want to see. For a second period, I want to see this first line, the Leo Carlson, the Kreider, get a goal. Kind of get that formulated rhythm starting at the top with Troy Terry. If you could get those 3 guys scoring at a high pace, that's even better for the Ducks. I would like that.
By the way, I do want to note, I love that there's no sponsor on our helmet this year. I love that there's no sponsor on there.
Yeah.
It's getting kind of ridiculous sports all around.
It's soccer
adding, or it's
I
NASCAR.
hate it. Right. I like the last thing I want to see is, our team or just any NHL team to become like the KHL where there's sponsors everywhere.
Even
like,
on the ice.
I just can't stand that.
Jeez. People checking back into the chat. And Mateo, our good friend of the show, is in. He's talking football for the moment. Mateo, go Niners. But tonight's hockey night tonight. So you better be a Ducks fan. I don't think we've ever talked with Mateo, Todd, about hockey preferences.
I don't think we have either. I do know Dimitro's a huge hockey fan. He's been waiting for us to do this for a while. He'd followed Ducks Gameday Breakdown prior to this, and he said the skating's much better for a change, not standing still, passing, and above all, crashing the net.
Mm-hmm.
So he's echoing a lot of what we've been saying tonight.
Looking deep, I would say into this Ducks, sometimes you can evaluate multiple facets of a team. There's not really much we can evaluate on Dos
Miko
so far. As that puck lays in front, opportunity shot, nearly good save again from the Kraken as that one came.
The thing they're doing really well, and something I'll include on my breakdown tomorrow, is they're turning the puck over a lot in the neutral zone and just going right back in the offensive zone.
Yeah.
Something we had a really hard time doing last year.
I will say this, guys, because that was my concern too. I forgot to bring it up in the beginning was, how effective are they going to be on the penalty kill? Are they going to be this aggressive? Are they going to be more passive? And as far as like aggressive on the charge in the power play. We haven't seen that yet. I'm very interested to see what their approach is. Because definitely they had. Correct me if I'm wrong. They were towards a lower tier as far as penalty kill. They weren't that great last year.
No, they were really, really bad.
The Ducks, I would say, Zach, how many years has it been since the Ducks have had quality special teams?
Oh, like are we talking penalty kill?
I guess you could say, well, we haven't had a penalty tonight where either one has a situation, but power play and penalty kill. When was the last time the Ducks had really good of each?
I would say the last time we made the playoff, not the last time we made the playoffs, but the year before, I would say 2017, when we had Antoine Vermette, Nate Thompson. Those guys killed a lot of penalties. And, power play wise, you had, obviously Perry, Getzloff. But most of those guys, I mean, I remember we would kill penalties, no problem. You guys remember. So,
Yeah.
Power, the Ducks have had their issues trying to bring in the special team. In front, Kreider getting a shot as that one goes to the back. And again, even after the shot ricochets or wherever, the Ducks are the first to have that puck right on their stick.
Oh, Terry turned it over.
Okay,
Is that Montour?
Montour with Trouba's going to try to defend. And the Kraken on a turnover, they get that one.
That was a bad turnover.
Terry. Again, just when I say the Ducks have the magnets on the pucks, loses one, and Trouba did his best, but the trailer for the Kraken get him up 2-1.
Well, there was nobody also in front of the net.
No.
Like Montour. Like a goalie? Yeah, like a goalie, hun.
It's so crazy how you could dominate pretty much the first period and a little bit here into the second period. And they've had all kinds of chances, and then it comes down to one turnover and that team capitalizing.
Yeah, there's nobody there.
Yeah.
And I mean, both defensemen, Trouba, overcommitted. And so Leo has to basically back check and get to the front of the net and basically do the defenseman's job.
Yeah.
So is that live by the pressure, die by the pressure?
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just talking about, Dostal not having too much of a night, 6 shots on goal, 2 of them have gotten past, so he's 4 of 6 of saves. I would say both goals from the Kraken tonight have been more so product of a tough situation.
Yeah.
In front of you.
Just bad. I think he's got to make those saves, especially that first goal. There was no screen or anything. Even the second goal, I would even say, dude, you got to have those. So
as he makes the save here, kind of looking behind his shoulder, making sure it didn't ricochet off the glove and into the 5-hole, but that one saves. So now 7 shots on goal. Ducks still up 20-7 in that category, but down 2-1 where it matters.
Yeah, you got to put some of these in the net now.
And we called this second period, what was it, the collapse? Whoopsie. Hopefully the first 5 minutes doesn't dictate the rest of the period.
Yeah, we're not supposed to jinx it in the first game of the season.
Leave it to us broadcasters here to do the jinxing.
I'll tell you what, though, I'm shocked that we're about 25 minutes in and there's still no penalties.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh man, there's a 2-on-1.
It's a clean game so far.
Yeah, there hasn't been a whole lot of hitting, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of free pond hockey type of situation of just speed and passing. And looking at the goal from the Kraken, goal by Mason Marchman, his first of the year, with Brandon Montour on the assist at 3:50 of the second. 2-1 Kraken.
Let's tie this puppy up, man.
Yeah, there's still a lot of time left.
Yeah, Ducks with a little pressure. Johnston, this fourth line coming on in with Foling and Colangelo. Again, Colangelo coming into the starting lineup today with Ryan Strome being on the injured reserve. And now the Ducks shot.
Good recovery by Zellweger.
You already see a little bit different play here by Seattle.
Oh, Colangelo with the steal, pass it out. Ooh, toe drag. Ooh, trip, no whistle.
Oh man, it just buffered.
Yeah, Trouba has it at the point. He'll deliver it in. No one home and skips past the Kraken stick. Kreider, dump off pass. Bring it on back to Leo. Trying to get it to the front of the net. No way home. Kreider lets it get past him, and the Kraken knock it out.
They just got to keep chipping away. They're going to tire them out. Like the way that the Kraken are playing right now, it's not sustainable. They're going to tire them out because they're so quick. Not the not the Kraken in the small areas of the ice, but the Ducks are just that much better in the small areas of the ice. Leo
Shot right into the breadbasket, and that one's another save for the Kraken. 22 shots on goal. But again, this type of play by the Kraken is not sustainable with how much they've been in the defensive zone tonight.
Yeah.
This might be an old-style Ducks hockey game where it might be a tougher second period, but then a crusher of a third period that gets you 2 to 3 goals in a game.
Well, they're playing in survival mode.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's just get the puck out. Sorry, Todd, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say we could see 36 to 40 shots tonight if this keeps up.
Mm-hmm. But I think when it boils down to it, the 2 goals that were scored by the Kraken, it's just those basic mistakes. And yeah, obviously the goaltender's got to back you up, but you also got to play your position. You can't be doing everybody else's job. You got to be in position.
Yeah, and they played that perfectly right. He pokes it away, gets away from the defender, rides the rail, and literally the goalie's focused in on him on the left side. He does not see the 2 trailers coming down, and it's just point blank at that point.
Right. Yeah.
I wish you could have got a stick on it, though, man, because that would have been a great save.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's just I think a lot of it is Dostal's also feeling that pressure of I am the guy now, and he's still really, really young, and he got the bag thrown at him. So I get that. It's going to take him a few games to just be like, okay, I don't have somebody else who could take my place. I am the guy.
Yeah.
So, but just for God's sakes, don't be comfortable. Just play your butt off every game, please.
Yeah.
So
it starts and ends with the goalies, man, in hockey. That's one of the most underrated positions, in sports. That guy can carry you or he can make your team ineffective. I mean, you could have some of the best defensemen, the best forwards, winning faceoffs, and have real clean play. You don't have a good goalie, all that goes to crap.
Well, and I feel the Ducks have been very good at churning out goalies
over their
in their franchise. Like, you have Dostal, you had Gibson for a long time. Even before that, Freddie Anderson was very good. Victor Foss was very good. You had
Guy Hebert was underrated.
Brizgalov.
Brizgalov was there, and J.S. Jaguar with as popular as he was. The Ducks know how to churn out goalies, and they do that very well. Is that the first one of the day? No,
I thought I saw the ref's arm up. Sorry.
Okay. They brought it in close. Good save by Dostal on that one, and now the Ducks will try to bring it up ice.
But I agree. Like, they've had some solid goaltending. I mean, I would even say even veteran goaltending, like when we were at our worst, you talk about Ryan Miller.
Yeah.
And then you talk about, I know some Ducks fans will fight me on this, Anton Hudobin. That guy was so small, but dude, he could make some saves.
The Ducks know how to coach him up and develop him well and draft well. And, we wouldn't be in this situation of Dostal taking over the bag at Honda Center with the Ducks, especially with Gibson being as much of an institution as he was, if there wasn't signs of greatness right there with Dostal. As loose change in front, another shot on goal from Senek. Little short, rings away, and here come the Kraken once again.
Oh, God.
And Dostal, a little loose change in his feet. That I would like that to be a little bit of a cleaner save than that.
They're giving way too many odd man rushes. They're getting lazy on the back check.
Well, let's hope the Ducks aren't the ones that are tiring out.
Yeah, I think that they're getting lazy. They just need to move their feet.
And I think, as they show McTavish on the screen right now, with McTavish coming into camp late, getting his contract, is he maybe feeling any pressure, any maybe, I don't want to say tiredness, but is he not quite at 100% quite yet?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think that he needs at least 2, maybe 3 games to get up to speed, because it's easy to practice and do it with no pressure. Once you start playing in those real game situations, it's a whole other different game. You can
Yeah.
practice and practice with no pressure, and you could basically be a practice dummy. But
Yeah.
he's incredibly skilled, and like I believe once he gets up to probably 3-4 games, he'll be okay.
Yeah. You know, Landon comes into the chat and says Jonathan Bernier, another goalie for the Ducks. He didn't like him, but another
he was
name.
so great though.
You know. And then you also have a name that just came to my mind, Curtis McElhaney.
Oh
Remember
my God.
that one?
Dude.
Like we're digging into the trenches now of Ducks. Is another loose change in front, rebound, puck just settles nowhere in the Ducks. Puck's not following their way at this moment here in the second period. Oh,
I remember when Frederick Anderson got traded, and that was a very dark day for not just myself but my wife because we loved him so much.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And when Jonathan Bernier got traded to the Ducks from the Leafs, we both, we're just like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Like, are you serious? And then we ended up loving him, and he carried the Ducks to the playoffs when Gibson hurt. And, and then he gets put in cold, and Ducks fans are like, oh, this guy sucks and everything. I'm like, dude, he carried us.
He got us to where we needed to be. Yeah. Could he drop the hammer? No, but for what it was worth, and he wasn't expected to be the dude, and he ended up being as much of the dude as he possibly could.
Right. Julian.
He was consistent.
Going again, the Ducks right now trying to stay in the offensive zone as much as they possibly can, and
they're getting traffic.
They are peppering pucks towards the Kraken netminder and another loose.
Another opportunity right there.
They're knocking on the door here and just coming up just a tad bit short. Again, I want this top line for the Ducks.
They just got to keep chipping away. They're doing all the right things. They just got to get it past them.
Carlson, Kreider, Terry, Zellweger, and Trouba on the ice as they'll bring a new set of changes here. 10:41 remaining, and I think the Ducks know what they need to do. It's just a matter of execution at this point here in the second.
Yeah.
Hi, Funky Monkey.
See what we have right now.
Funky Monkey.
Okay, cool.
So I'm still shocked there's no penalties yet.
I know this is. I don't think I've seen a Ducks game like this where no penalties this deep halfway through the ball. The hockey game.
Go Beckett. Come on.
Pressure.
How's that not a penalty?
Oh, come on.
How's that not a penalty?
Okay, I guess it's penalty. Opening night, it's like the free spot on the bingo card. No
Letting
penalty.
them play, I guess.
They're literally swallowing the puck on this one, guys. Or the
whistle.
Yeah, swallowing the puck.
Funky Monkey.
You're
Funky Monkey.
Right now, 2-1. Shots on goal still favor. They're doubling them up right now, but yeah, you got to get some of these to fall at some point.
And imagine what that would have been like if the Ducks had that 2-1 advantage in the first.
Yeah.
Well, this game should be tied. I mean, that other goal being called back, like, there's no reason.
I don't think we got a real reason of why.
Because we're the Ducks.
Well,
that's why.
That's that's the true free bingo card on the card. We are the Ducks. That's what we do.
That does remind me of the Angels a bit, because the Angels, whenever it goes to New York, they never win it, no matter how much it looks like. Oh yeah, that should fall in our in our favor. It never works that way, and I think the Ducks are like that as well.
Mm.
Landon putting a question in the chat in regards to Zach's comments earlier about the Ducks probably needing some defenseman help, maybe moving forward. He wants to know, Rasmus Dahlin, is that an option for the Ducks?
Rasmus Dahlin?
Yes.
I mean, that's definitely a dream, because that kid is unbelievable. But there's no shot Buffalo's giving him up. There's no way.
Because Buffalo, they're not a team that's contending.
No.
They haven't been for a while.
They're not contending.
No.
So, I guess you could say, without having their roster completely in front of my face, that's probably the guy you're trying to build your team somewhat around, right?
You would hope so. Oh.
Whoop, whoop, in
You
front,
would-
loose change, loose puck. Just,
You would hope so, but Buffalo just makes dumb decisions, and especially with the talent that they draft.
If the Sabres were a soccer team like in one of these Euro leagues, they would have been contracted or demoted to the lower ranking.
Relegated.
Relegated big time, because I mean that's been a joke of a franchise now for about a decade at least.
Yeah, they're starving.
Yeah,
That's another franchise that's just absolutely starving for a winner.
Because when Jack Eichel was there before he made the push to Vegas, wasn't there one season where they were kind of close to the play, or like they were like, oh, this is the year that might get over the hook and we'll be better, and then it just tailed off?
Yeah, dude, do you know how long ago that was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a while.
That was when
I can't even remember nowadays.
that was when Matthews and Eichel were drafted in the NHL.
Oh God.
That's how long ago that was, where they're like, oh, it's Eichel versus Matthews and yada, yada, yada. Ooh, Gudis is getting into it.
Gudis, here we go. Now, Gudis with the put. Ooh, okay. Well, the refs have no penalties in this ball game, and they're very quick to separate this little jawing match with Radko Gudis, the captain for the Ducks once again this year. We joked about this on the podcast, Zach. Under how many points Radko Gudis gets this year? I'll put the betting odds, let's say over under 12.5.
Oh, it's definitely under. Definitely under. I would say he's going to get probably 7.
7
I would say 7.
Todd, any guesses?
The deep breath tells you.
Yeah.
I'll put up his stats to give you the last 3 years just to see where, or at least the 2 years what the Ducks' trajectory is. Radko Gudis last season had 1 goal, 15 assists, 16 points in the season.
I'm surprised he had that much.
The year before, in his first year with the Ducks, he had 6 goals, 12 assists, 18 points. He has 4 straight years. He has gotten 16 points or more. The last time he had less than 15 points in a year was 2020, 2021 with the Panthers in that no, that was a full season after COVID. He had 11 points, 2 goals, 9 assists in 54 games.
Well, he definitely plays the role of enforcer really good. So, those guys never really score too many goals. You guys, I'll throw a name at you guys who was with the Ducks for a couple of years and with a bunch of teams as their enforcer, which he never scored, by the way. Stu Grimson. You remember him? Yeah. That dude. When he was a Ducks enforcer, man, I swear, wherever he got on the ice, I'm like, okay, he's gonna pick a fight with somebody.
And we
that's just what his job was.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes. And breaking news alert: we have our first penalty, and it's against
Cutters in the box.
Yeah, the tripping. No,
I'm sorry, not Zellweger. I'm sorry, Cutter Gauthier. It wasn't the trip. They're saying was it a trip?
I think it was a trip
because they showed a highlight of a hook around the hand. So I have a feeling it might be more hooking.
It's hooking.
Or a little slash on the hands, maybe.
Hey, speaking of which, I'm not caught up on the news. Former Duck Corey Perry, did he re-sign with Edmonton or did he go somewhere else?
Went to LA.
Oh, he's with the Kings.
And I think he's hurt to begin the year.
Wow. He got hurt in practice.
Yeah. So that reunion between Perry, I think that's going to, he's always had an ovation when he's come back with Edmonton or Tampa. Ooh, Good save by Dostal. Lucky. First time seeing the penalty kill unit today for the Ducks, and they're trying to go on an odd man rush attack. Lacombe jumping on in, no way home. Corey Perry, when he plays against the Ducks in a Kings uniform, I might sense some boos coming out of the Ducks fans just because of what he's wearing.
They booed him at the Kings introductions the other night.
Really?
No way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I posted it on my story. He got booed hard.
That sucks.
That is until he wins him a couple of games, and then they're like, okay, now you've earned our respect, maybe.
Yeah, until he, chops a couple of people in the face for their, for them.
You gotta earn it a little bit.
Ooh, big save by Dostal.
Ooh, nice.
Ducks are playing that passive box, so there's your answer right there.
Yeah.
But 52 seconds remaining on the Seattle power play. Ducks trailed 2-1. Kraken getting a goal early on as Dostal just watches that one go wide, extended the glove, just missed, and the Ducks were able to get it out. Lacombe had a rush just a little bit ago. Again, he's able to play defense and offense for the Ducks. That's why you saw him get that 7-year, $42 million deal and trying to make the best of the situation here on the penalty kill.
Yeah.
Are you fine with the Ducks allowing the Kraken to be, playing the puck at the top of the blue line at will or behind the net?
I mean, it just depends on how their system is run. Like they're doing this whole thing where, like right now, they're just chipping and chasing.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that the Ducks are doing that they did not do last year was like they have a box set up and they're actually playing out a little bit high, but Seattle has their D1, D2 pinching quite a bit in the slot. But they're moving their feet. It's the thing I got to give them
no one's stopping. You got Gudis, Foling, Lacombe, and Vetrano as your 4 out here on the second power play unit. And the Ducks are able to get it out. 7 seconds remaining. Put it to the other side and get Cutter Gauthier. And, a break. Ooh, nice stick poke.
Give it to him.
Oh, there you go, Cutter. Close.
Well, 1 for 1 on the penalty kill.
Ducks are pressing. They're getting caught in a couple of instances where they got an odd man rush coming their way.
Defense is able to pull back this time around, is now able to get out of the zone. I think playing right now with 6:25 remaining in the second, a little helter-skelter and just, I don't want to say freaking out, but you're trying to do too much.
Yeah, they're pressing too much because they're down by 1 when they're acting like they're down by 5.
Yeah, they might be getting in their head too, as far as like, man, we keep having good rushes and good setups, and we're just not getting the ball.
No. Ooh. Again, bad pass creates bad opportunity. Dostal coming up clutch. 11 total shots on goal now, so only 6 here. Ooh, White. Again, the rookie didn't get a penalty call earlier when he was ducked to the boards. Now, again, welcome to the NHL.
They're chasing.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I'll tell you right now, a lot of these Ducks players, as young as they are, they're gonna have to earn those whistles.
Yeah, they are.
All right. Fresh legs coming off the bench for the Kraken. Setting up at the top of the blue line. Shot. Looking for a rebound. Loose behind. And all the pucks that were the Ducks were getting in the first period, we're now just going back to the Kraken. So definitely a pendulum of momentum swing here in this second period.
Yeah, the Kraken, although they don't have as many shots as they did in the first period, they've had a lot of opportunities.
Tired legs spells trouble.
Yep.
Dostal's got to just keep one and not rebound one out as they finally get it out, but not deep enough. And I think they got about 2, maybe 3 people out and switched.
Slow it down.
No, Troy Terry, the only man that could get on and Kreider. Minchikov, Hellison, and McTavish.
See, here goes Terry. Try and skate through everybody.
Loose? No. Ducks finally
Go to the net. Get a shot.
In front, shoot.
Yo.
Oh, rolled off the stick, loose in front again. Oh.
What, penalty? Interference?
Yep, penalty. Cross interference.
Okay.
All right. So the Ducks 1 for 1 on the penalty kill, now having their first opportunity on this brand new power play unit after the commercial break. So get a breath of relief right there as Dostal's able to come up a little big here and
night, buddy.
Keep us 2-1 in a deficit.
Well, I tell you, that line put in quite the defense right there, man. They were out there for quite some time.
Here, I'm going to step aside real quick, guys.
Go for it.
Take a little break. All right.
Oh. No, I will say this. The Ducks, we should be in a 2-2 tie. A little helter-skelter here in the second. The second period has never been kind to us in the Ducks. Mm-hmm. I think we're in a situation right now that if the Ducks can find a way to get a goal on this power play, it changes the complete projection of this game. even if the Ducks were to go down 2-1 into the break, I still feel very confident of what the Ducks can do.
Yeah, I right now, if you look at it, I would say you get that goal that should have been. It would have been 2-2, like you said. I think you give Kraken one more goal if we're gonna, stay true to everything on one of those, because they've had quite a few good shots too. Even though they haven't had as many shots in total as the Ducks, they put some pretty good shots on goal, and the goalies made some really good saves. And then all the chances the Ducks have had, if you give us one right there, I'm saying it should be 3-3 right now. It's been a really open, like you said earlier, type of style of play. The whistles haven't been blown up until now, and you're seeing clean hockey right now for the most part. Good crisp passing, and then you're also seeing some turnovers by both teams, so that have led to odd man rushes. So. I think once we get past this second period, depending on what the Ducks do, whether they're down a goal or up a goal or tied, it's definitely going to make for a compelling third period, because who's going to want it more?
Yep. And I think right now with the Anaheim Ducks back from the commercial break, Kraken in the box, 2 minutes for interference. Let's see what the Ducks have on this first power play unit with Jackson Lacombe leading at the point. Ricochet it off the boards, have Cutter Gauthier, Gramlin out with Terry, Kreider, and Carlson battle for the puck as the Kraken pinching early, and Lacombe's able to save that one, but it'll go to the middle of the ice, and the Kraken are able to get out and try to go on an odd man rush. So right now, 0 for 1 in that setup with 1:30 left in the power play. Again, the Ducks in years past have not been the type of team. They'll have some struggles on the penalty kill and the power play, but right now, looking for that first power play goal of the season, trailing 2-1.
Oh, that's a bad pass.
And that one's going to get poked out. And now Lacombe having to go back on defense. And right now, not getting too many opportunities right now if you are the Ducks on this first power play of the season. First unit been out for about a buck.
Trying to get a line change.
So that'll waste probably at least 10 to 15 seconds on this power play. So the second unit will probably have about one chance, maybe two, to get on in there and have a crack at it. There's McTavish.
Ooh.
Shot loose up in front. And now we're starting to get the chippiness of this ball game. Really didn't see much of any after the whistle, pushing, shoving, jawing in the first period. And now, ever since that Radko Gudas incident, the tempo, maybe not the tempo, but the energy between the two squads is a little bit more increased.
The frustration level.
Yeah. I like the zone entry by Beckett-Senek. It's not the drop the pass back in the neutral zone and then just skated all the way in. He basically just took it and skated it all the way in.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
And I think the opportunity here for the Ducks is continue to fire things at the net. Again, you can shoot all day, but I think you got to have a more planned attack than just pepper the puck at the goaltender, right?
I cannot believe Killorn is on the power play.
Killorn, McTavish, Gauthier, Senek, Zellweger in this second unit here.
You have, unless he's going to be a net front presence, he's not going to be able to stay with McTavish and Beckett-Senek. It's just their speed alone. He's not going to be able to stay with them.
And that's probably one of the first questionable as that pass gets a little deflected. Nice save in front. Trying to get it in front, and the Ducks just nothing sticking at this moment. 20 seconds left in the power play, 2:40 remaining in the second. And the Ducks pendulum has swung against them here in the second, and that quote-unquote collapse, as we call it in the second, is kind of coming true to fruition right now for Anaheim.
I agree with you. I think they're just trying to do too much.
As there's a puck in front. Ooh, nice opportunity. Missing.
Oh, God.
Man comes up. And Dostal nearly allowing the Kraken to go up 3-1. Oh, boy.
That would have been devastating.
That would, from almost feasting to famish, almost. Just the Ducks right there with an opportunity to put one in front of the net. And that was Killorn. And then on the opposite side, trailing and what Dostal, he peaked. Oh, boy.
Yeah, that was a great save.
Oh, that could have been. That was at this point with 2:13 remaining. It's almost survival mode. Let's just get to the breakdown 2-1 and regroup.
Yeah, let's just get to the intermission.
Boy, what do you tell the team after this? I mean, like they've been really getting some good shots or putting the puck on net. I mean, I would have to say you have to give them some sort of coach speak right here to not let them get down on themselves, because this has got to be frustrating, right, guys?
Just get back to your game. Get back to where we were in the first, because right now they're chasing and they're just trying to do too much with the puck rather than just keeping it simple.
And puck not settling, now getting away and getting to the opposite end of the ice, which is helpful. But now under 2 minutes remaining, Ducks 1 for 1 on the penalty kill, 0 for 1 on the power play. So a little giveth and taketh, icing the call. Ducks will go back into their offensive zone.
The time of possession has swung a little bit here too.
You know, I think the Ducks, Joe Quenneville trying to talk them up here on the bench. I think it's still, again, game 1 of the season. I think there's still going to be a lot of stick to the original plan. Don't go off the beaten path. Try to figure something out as Gudas trying to brings it out to the front.
There's too much of this shots to the net, and it kind of what I'm seeing. It's the old Greg Cronin system. Just get shots, just get shots, just get shots. But there's no traffic.
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody pressuring the opposition. So, and we didn't see that in the first. And in the second, it's like we're seeing the complete opposite.
True.
And, just this is where I say, like, with Gudas, as much as, whatever, like, he's the captain and everything, you got to be the voice in the room. You got to say, hey, this is what we need to do. This is how we need to execute. Because we can get as many shots as we want. We can go up 50, 100 shots. But if you have no traffic, you're not going to develop any real chances.
No, and out of the 29 shots on goal for the Ducks tonight, we would say what, about 17, 18 have been legit and not peppering the puck?
Yeah, exactly.
As that one's shot right into the chest of Lukas Dostal. He makes the save. Shot number 16 now. So 11 shots on goal for the Seattle Kraken in this second period, with one going to the back of the net. That was within the first 4 minutes. 2-1 with 1:02 remaining in the second.
Do we only have 7 in this period, by the way?
Is it 7?
Because we had 22 in the first, right?
No, I think we had less. I think we were. Did we have 20 plus in the first?
I think we had 18 or 17.
Oh, 18. Okay, never mind.
I'll take a look at the numbers here from the first period on. But I would say the Ducks are probably hovering around that 10 shots on goal mark. 17 shots in the first, 12 in the second for the Ducks.
Oh, wow.
5 to 11 for the Kraken. So that's where that 29 to 16 marker is.
They've just had better opportunities so far. A lot of their shots, I mean, they're getting, like you said, odd man rushes, a lot of point blank shots.
Mm-hmm. Well, and they're also catching the Ducks out of position a lot of the times on those odd man rushes too.
20 seconds remaining in the second, and Seattle's going to be able to find their way out of the Ducks' offensive zone. A nice puck around 2 defensemen, shot wide, nearly hitting the ref, and the Ducks will try to have one more break at it.
Yeah, they got to regroup this,
and that'll do it.
That was not a good period.
Second period is done, and as we joke about, second period collapse, and it felt like that early on. Ever since the Ducks almost second goal in the first period that gets wiped off the board, what could have been an Owen Zellweger goal. Ducks still had momentum going to the end of that first period, and then coming out of the second, they had 1 or 2 really good shot opportunities, and then once the Kraken got their goal, it kind of fell the Seattle Kraken way the rest of the second period.
Yeah.
Well, if I could title the second period in my own words, it'd be, it could have been worse.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
It could have been. We'll look at the numbers now here in the second period. Summary from this ball game. Now we have 29 shots to 16 in favor of the Ducks. Seattle still winning the face-off battle 54 to 45%. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play in the second period. 35 hits to 24 hits in favor of the Kraken. 17 to 6 block shots in favor of the Kraken, with 12 giveaways to 8 in favor of the Kraken. So the Ducks only had 1 giveaway in the second period. And again, 12 to 11 shots on goal in the second. Ducks in favor in that category.
Okay.
Looking through the box score right now, Killorn with 4 shots on goal tonight. Carlson with 4 shots on goal. Cutter, Gauthier, Frank Vetrano, and Beckett Senek with 2 shots apiece. And then you have Terry, Kreider, McTavish with 1 shot apiece as well. A couple shots from the defenseman side of things as well. Hellison with 2, Lacombe with 2, Zellweger with 3, Gudis with 2, and Trouba and Minchikov with 1 apiece. So every defenseman for the Ducks tonight is a shot on goal, and that kind of goes more to the point of I feel the Ducks are just peppering and just trying to shoot them in, and that old Greg Cronin style of offense in the second.
Just get back to playing your game. That's exactly what I would tell them. Just stop overthinking it. You're down by 1. You're not down by 5. Just get back to playing your game. And it's as simple as that.
And looking also as well through, we'll take a look at some, as we say, scores around the league in this ball game. We've gone through some of the finals tonight in the first period, so I'll just focus on what games are still live in this moment. Canucks ahead of the Calgary Flames, 1-0 late in the second period. End of 2 in the Shark Tank. San Jose tied with Vegas 2-2 after 2.
You go, San Jose. I hope you guys win.
If that would be a very nice upset, with the Kings beating the Golden Knights in a shootout last night, back end of a back-to-back for the Golden Knights. And, of course, again, the Ducks trailing the Kraken 2-1 after 2. Those are the 3 remaining games in hockey here tonight. Not home opener. The home opener for the Ducks will be next Tuesday, as the Ducks will host the Pittsburgh Penguins at Honda Center. The first of a 2-game road trip, Kraken tonight, San Jose on Saturday.
Okay.
So Landon has a question for Zach on the board. What about Kevin Bieksa in a managerial coaching role?
No. Hey, hold on. Hun, how do you feel about Kevin Bieksa coming back as a managerial role? Exactly. Exactly. What would he do?
Sorter of jock straps.
Her response was, did Rob Blake leave an opening? Because I got to be honest, like, what would he do? Like, he's already on the Sportsnet panel. Like, it just...
He'll do PR stuff with Radko Gudis' daughter. Bieksa was great at doing that.
I guess. Like, this is the thing. Like, you cannot teach toughness. It comes within all of these players. It has to come within. These guys like Bieksa. I would even go back. How Clayton Stoner?
No,
he was another guy that could just pummel certain players.
Yep.
But at the same time, you can't teach that. These guys have to have it within them. They can be rah, rah, rah. Like, I want you to do this. I want you to do that. But it's up to them at the end of the day.
I would say the one defenseman I miss would be Boschman. I think I miss Boshi in a more, because I think you had the leadership quality of Boschman, right?
Oh,
and
yeah.
And you had the playmaking ability of Boschman as well. And, he was a defender that wouldn't be afraid to shoot the puck to the net and create something out of nothing. I would say if I had to pick, I would take Boschman in a managerial coaching role over a BX kind of type player.
See, my wife would say to you, I love you, because Bosch was one of those guys that just was a leader. He was tough. When he wound up and was going to slap shot the puck to the net, you were like, oh my God. Like, it was just, he and I remember my wife and I, we met him the year that his very last year he came back to the Ducks.
Mm-hmm.
What year was that, honey?
But
But
2015?
was it 2015, 16?
Wasn't he a part of the playoff run? He was a part of one more playoff run.
Was it the 16-17 team?
I'll take a look and confirm, but go ahead.
So we wanted him to sign our jersey, his our Beauchemin jersey that we had.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were going up there and everything. And dude, this guy is a grown ass man, like just jacked, walking up the stairs, smells great. And even my wife was like, he smells so good. And I was like, I agree with you.
Yeah. It was 2017.
2017. So you're right. 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, a 6 foot, 208 pounder, like pure muscle.
Yeah.
He had the scent of an Anaheim Duck that you just loved. My favorite Beauchemin moment, not to get nostalgic, there was many as a Duck.
Mm-hmm.
Funny enough, my favorite one when he was a Colorado Avalanche, when he broke the glass at Honda Center and created probably one of the only 45-minute periods I've ever seen. I was at that game when it was Ducks and Avalanche, and beautiful shot behind the net on the 420 side of Honda Center. And they couldn't fix the glass in enough time. The crew was trying to put the glass on wrong, and they said, you know what? Screw the second period. Everybody go to your locker rooms, and we're going to have a 37-minute and 37-minute, 43-second third period.
It was a long time. I remember that.
I believe it was like a 45, 50-minute interval of time between plays.
Mm-hmm.
It was the strangest thing I've ever seen. And I remember the Honda Center crew kept panning Beauchemin on the board and messing with him, like, you did this. This is your fault. You broke the house that you built. And and he had fun, and he was interacting with the fans, and that kind of summed up Beauchemin, I think, not just as a Duck, but just as a player.
I remember one of my favorite moments of his, which there's plenty, obviously, when he scored in Game 5 against Ottawa, and which ended up being the 5th goal. And then I remember the game I was at in 05-06 when he fought Jerome McGinley.
Oh,
and I remember sitting in 419, and he was, I think, in his second year as a Duck. He came up from the Cincinnati Mighty Ducks, and he fought Jerome McGinley, and man, he gave him a run for his money. And that was one of probably the nastiest series if I can recall, besides even the Edmonton series to follow. So,
you love players like that. And speaking of Honda Center for a moment, if we get since we're getting nostalgia here in this second period or second intermission break, best, and I'll ask Todd this as well, favorite spot in Honda Center to watch a game, favorite section or level or any specifications. Todd?
I haven't sat too many times on the bottom floor, but I will say upper deck center ice. I love the vibe up there. I love the vibe.
Zach?
Best place to sit in the pond, and I've and I know this is going to sound cliche because I met my wife in this section, was 430 row A. And that's right on the corner where the Ducks shoot twice. And my sister-in-law had seats there, and that was honestly the best place to sit. Like I've sat down in the section 200s. It's nothing compared to what the 400 level is. The 400 level is where the real fans are.
Yeah. I'm the same way. Anywhere in the 400 level and anywhere in those first 3 or 4 rows A to D. Give me something a little low. You're still content. You're not climbing up the seats. You're just right there in the middle of the action. A lot of the time, if I get tickets to the game, sometimes on the visiting teams shoot twice side, like section 406, 408, you'll get some deals. So try to snag those when you can. But I love that 426 to 430 range is a great range to sit. anything on the press box side. Just I like seeing the benches instead of being on the benches side. So kind of like the TV angle that you guys get. But yeah, but Honda Center, I still feel is one of the premier venues to watch a sporting event in Southern California.
By the way, the offensive time of possession is now 9 minutes and 19 seconds to 8 minutes and 15 seconds, favoring the Ducks. That's it. Yep.
That sounds so strange. Okay. We're even there, and
they made up a lot of that in that second period.
Yeah, I would probably say Kraken probably made up at least three plus minutes in that regard.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
But getting back to the stadium, I've been to what is it, the Bulls Arena where the Blackhawks play?
Oh, United Center.
Yeah, United Center, and what is it? I've been up to the Key Arena. I like Key Arena because it's so close. But same thing with the Ducks. Like there's not a bad seat there.
No.
United Center, it was, obviously it's a much bigger arena. And yeah, you get some nosebleed sections. There's really no nosebleeds with the Ducks. I really like that arena. I like how it's constructed.
Well, let me ask you guys this question. What was your first Ducks game and where did you sit?
Oh.
Whoever wants to go first.
I think I remember mine. I'll give Todd a second if he doesn't know. Ducks versus New York Islanders. Islanders was the first team I saw at Honda Center, just in general. Section 410, row L, and I went with my family seats 1, 2, 3, and 4. 410L 1 through 4. And I think that was 2000. Oh, geez. They were still wearing, the old mighty. It was before the black and orange, the Stanley Cup jerseys came about. So was that 2002? 2003? 2002, early 2000s against the New York Islanders. It was a game in March. It was later in the season, but 410 row L 1 through 4.
Okay. Todd, what about you, man?
I think mine was either 2002 or 2003 because Ruchin was still on the team. And he scored the game winner, I believe, against Calgary. And we were sitting upper deck in the corner. And I still was blown away because I tell the story a couple of times when I talk about the Ducks. Like, my dad's eyesight is bad. Like, he only could see out of one eye. He's blind in one eye. And sometimes his depth perception or even up close is pretty bad. And I felt so bad because, it was his first hockey game. We went together, just me and him. And that was my first Ducks game. I'd always been a fan, but just I'd never gone. So I was like, hey, take my dad, have father-son bonding, and we go there. And I'm thinking, man, these are crappy seats. He's not going to be able to see the action. And he was tuned in, and I mean, he jumped up when Ruchin scored that goal before I did because he saw him crash in the net, and he had a blast. And then we went after that to a few other hockey games, but yeah, that was his introduction to hockey, and he loved it. So I had a great time.
So my first introduction was I was a Kings fan before the Ducks came out here, and my wife can attest to this. She was a Kings fan and everything, and even my sister-in-law was. And I remember my dad, along with the travel team I was playing at the time, my head coach and his kid, Kyle Drake. We went to, in 93, 94, the Ducks versus the Kings.
Mm-hmm.
And so my dad's like, oh, yeah, it's this new team and everything. They're called the Mighty Ducks. Isn't that weird? Yeah. So I was like, okay. So I walk in, and from the moment I walked in and I see the marble floors, and I see the Ducks take the ice and the Del Taco warm-ups, as they were called back then.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing those white sweaters and seeing them in the eggplant and the teal, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
And we sat in 428, and it was the two lonely little seats.
Oh, up
by the press box,
by that door that leads to the press box.
Yeah. So my dad and we sat at the top. And then my teammate and my head coach at the time sat below us. and they were just 2-2.
Yeah.
And and after that, dude, like the rest is history. I mean, it was one of those moments where every time I am at the pond, I look up there and I'm like, that's where it started.
Yeah,
So,
that's great memories, because I mean, like, again, like my introduction to hockey was Gretzky, you know, and playing those NHL 93 games. And, you know, you watch, you know, the Mighty Ducks movies, and I wasn't a fan of those. It was brilliant marketing by bringing that team out, having a cartoon about it. You know, Disney, KCAL, they were covering the Ducks, so it was a match made in heaven. And yeah, when they wore those real jerseys that you saw in the movies on the ice, their actual NHL team, it kind of blew you away. Although they were an expansion team, it was a good first couple years, man. Because it did take a lot of kids that probably would have been Kings fans with McSorley and Gretzky and Robitaille and Rudy and all those good players that they had. Yari Curry. They had a great team, but you know they did steal a lot of fans. Disney did, and the Ducks have been a staple, man. I love it. You know they've had their up and down years, but they're definitely a fun franchise.
Absolutely. I'm going to step away just for a second before we start the third period to grab I need a third period snack.
Yeah, all good, man.
We need to change the vibe. I'm sitting there. I'll be right back, gentlemen.
All good, man.
There
Take
you
your
go.
time.
Yeah, I think with this new renovation and everything else like that, I think the Ducks embracing the Orange County, it's you know it's definitely not the teal look that you were talking about, because that was definitely a new color, a new version to the league. Like now you have teams going brighter colors, different styles, but definitely the Ducks were on an island by themselves with those jerseys, man. Clean look, like the logo you have in your hat right now.
Oh yeah, I mean it's and you know, like I've been begging for them to go back to the Mighty Duck logo for years, and you know the fact that that's our main logo finally is incredible. I mean, it's redefined and everything, and I do love it. What I love, some iteration of the past to come back. Oh, for sure. I mean, and I'm sure it will happen, especially with the 35th anniversary coming, and then you have the 40th. But you know, I think my biggest thing with the Ducks is like, if you see teams like the Kings or the Sharks, and they're like, we're going to come out with a third jersey, do it. Like, why not? Like, you guys just rebranded. But I think that in their minds, they're like, it won't sell.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a damn shame. But, you know,
I think it will, because hockey fans are very, very much like you can go to a baseball game and people will come in regular clothes, nothing affiliated, maybe a Dodger hat or an Angel hat. But Ducks fans, I mean, they'll spend the money, man. They'll go out there and they'll get the jerseys, they'll get the bandanas, they'll get the hats and everything else like that. So yeah, I don't see the problem with a third jersey, because I know the ones that sold pretty good were the ones from, what was it, last year, the year before, with the hockey mask, the Wild
the
Wing.
30th,
yeah, that one was cool. Like I got one like that too, because it did bring back the nostalgia of the old colors, and that was a cool jersey.
Yeah, I mean, even my wife and I, we were there on opening night. We won like a ticket giveaway from Ken French when he was there. And, you know, just seeing those eggplant jerseys on the ice, I was like, man, this brings back so many great memories.
Ton of memories.
You know, and I hope that they do that, you know, to just kind of pay homage to, you know, the organization, the fans and everything. So, but the Ducks got the puck in the offensive zone.
Yep, third period getting underway here. Ducks trailing, needing a game-tying goal here.
Yeah, they got to get traffic in front of the net.
We'll see what happens. Let's see what kind of Ducks team comes out here in the third period.
They look good so far. I mean, just got to have guys going with them.
Well, let's use that cliche. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. So
exactly.
Let's see if we can finish strong.
I wouldn't be surprised if this goes to frickin' overtime. I would not be surprised. We're just like, oh, we're gonna tie it, and then we're gonna go to a flipping shootout. Like,
I was thinking about that as I was getting snacks. I was thinking, how opportune would the Ducks want to go to overtime? Like, just put us through that in this first game of the season.
I just think it's just the new NHL now where I don't think it's teams. Oh,
Opportunity. Oh,
come on,
from
Terry.
behind.
Go, Terry, go. I just think, and I think I want the shootout to be gone.
Mhm.
It's a thing of the past. I remember when it happened in the 90s, and when it did happen, it was very rare. Like, and when I say rare, I mean rare. And when it did happen, I remember this guy who was sitting in front of me, my buddy who played on my travel hockey team. His name was Brett Young. And the guy in front of us was like, "You guys will never see a shootout like this again." And that's exactly how he said it. And I remember it was Oleg Tverdovsky.
Oh,
He
yeah.
scored on a shootout, and he got pulled down, and the Ducks ended up winning the game. And funny thing about it was he ended up coaching in the same travel hockey league that I was coaching in. And I remember telling him about it, and he said to me, he's like, "I'm surprised you remember that, because I don't remember that." And I'm like, it was a regular season game, man. Like, it's just something that kind of, stuck with me. But
He's had a billion of those.
yeah,
I remember that dude was fast. When I worked DirecTV, I did his house in
Did you
Anaheim
really?
Hills. Yeah. And I kept looking at him like, man, I saw all this hockey memorabilia and this Russian stuff, and I'm like, that's Oleg Tverdovsky. And then I asked him for an autograph. He gave me one of his rookie cards because he had a few of them. I'm like, oh, that's sick.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's
he's a cool guy.
I couldn't muster up the courage to ask him, because we all were on the same coaching staff.
Oh,
But
okay.
just the fact that I sat across from him, I was like, dude, this guy, like, I'm like, just the fact that I get to talk to you is just great. So
Yeah, pick his mind a little bit, huh?
yeah, exactly. And the guy won a cup with Carolina.
No
believe it or
kidding.
not.
Huh?
Yeah, he won when Carolina beat Edmonton in 2005.
Oh,
Boy, it's hard to believe they have two titles, right? Carolina?
No,
Or is
just
it
one.
Just the one. I feel so bad for Hartford, because I believe Hartford Buffalo's a new Hartford, I believe. But I felt bad when they lost their franchise.
Oh, dude, me too. I love the Hartford Whalers. They were.
Yeah.
It's like one of the best logos ever in hockey.
Oh, hell yeah. I got one just for the hell of it, because I love the logo. I got the blue one, the blue and green. It's an awesome freaking logo, dude. And I remember they had when I used to play the video games and the Super Nintendo stuff. I'd play with, if I wasn't playing with the Ducks, I'd play with Hartford with Verbeek and Cassell and guys like that, dude. It was fun.
You didn't play with Coach Q?
No,
because they were on the same team.
well, 16-15 remaining in the third. Ducks down 2-1 to the Kraken, as Dostal had to make a couple of saves here so far in the third, and the Ducks had at least one decent chance early on in this period, but nothing's come to fruition yet. 31-19 shots on goal, and somehow trying to find a way to get out of their defensive zone, and all of a sudden this is kind of feeling like the Ducks of old, where they've had to be pinned up in their defensive zone for a little too long.
And it's not even that Seattle looks better. The Ducks just look like they're just chasing and they're panicking. Like, you're down by 1. You're not down by 5.
Yeah. Be patient, and now we're down 2.
No.
Bad pass, and Seattle takes advantage.
Wow, that Seattle.
Well, now
Kraken
we're in
fan,
panic mode.
Jeez. Did you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
That Seattle Kraken fan, like, he just won the cup.
Yeah. Right. A lively carom off the boards. And
was it stick side again?
Yeah, that's
wow. I'm gonna start calling him stick side Dostal.
To me,
all 3 goals.
And
Dominic.
to me, I know all 3. And to me, that one should not have gone in. You're right there protecting your side. You no.
Now we call him Dostal.
I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
That looked too easy.
No, especially at carom off the board, it just didn't look like Dostal was prepared. Like, he didn't think that pass was going to come. I'm like, you should be protected.
Yeah, why is he not like
That
just
was-
taking away the side, the stick side?
It was soft goaling.
So wife and I, we have nicknames for goalies. So we have 5-hole Freddy, Anderson. What was the other one, honey? Stickside Gibson. And now we're calling Dostal what? Loses to Seattle.
Loses to Seattle.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna really see what the Ducks are made of here in game number 1 this year. Again, down 1-0, tied at 1-1 within 2 minutes, had a goal which would have put them up 2-1, taken off the board. Seattle gets one early in the second. Ducks scrambled and couldn't get any quality opportunities. And now again, a goal early, and all 3 Kraken goals are within the first 4 minutes of each period.
They shouldn't be losing this game.
Boy, I'll tell you, man. Talk about. I think the title of this one is missed opportunities if the score stays the same, because it's not like the Ducks didn't have their chances, man. They had plenty of opportunities to get one on net. And, man, it just either hasn't gone their way or they haven't attacked right, like you said earlier, Zach. And it's just frustrating because now the shots are catching up a little bit, and where you would think Seattle will just be dumping the puck and wasting the time, they looks like they're pinning their ears back a little bit.
I think you get into a scenario now if we've described the second period as a scramble drill and you're down 1, not down 5.
Yeah.
Well, now the Ducks are down 2 with only 14:43 remaining. And if they weren't successful in the second period doing that, are they going to find a way to do it here and clean it up a little bit, even though you're playing helter-skelter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really want more details on that second goal, because now that makes even a bigger difference. Like you said, Dom, I mean, it's at worst, it should be 3-2.
Yeah.
We should be down by 1 right now.
Combe cuts in. Nope.
Nobody there.
Ducks back to the defensive side of things. And again, loose change up at front, a pass that just goes off the boards, and Seattle nearly clapping one in once again.
It's like as soon, and I can say this now because my godson's asleep. As soon as the Ducks face a team that's like a little bit more aggressive than them, their game goes to shit. And it's the same storyline from last year. It's just like, okay, so we're down by 1, we're down by 2. Okay, just keep doing what you're doing. Like, you know, stop playing in panic mode.
Yep.
And do your job.
Seattle almost get one in the top.
Man.
No defense help on the backside. So a lot of gaping holes right now for this Ducks after a clean first period. Now holes are opening up, and now an odd.
What the hell was that?
Almost another odd man rush for the Kraken. 2 Kraken go down. And now the Ducks will try to ring the puck behind Dostal to try to get it back onto their side.
If I'm Quenneville, I call a timeout. And I'm just like, calm the hell down. You guys got to calm it down. Slow it down. There's too much of this frantic energy, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's coming from one specific line. It's everywhere.
Yeah. What'd you say, honey? Sorry.
Also down by 2.
Yeah.
As a sidebar digression, I feel, Zach, your wife's getting potential MVP nod tonight.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
Of her off-camera color analyst work.
She knows her stuff, man. Trust me.
Oh,
she knows her stuff. Did Toronto just get an interference call?
I think they're gonna nab him.
For fuck's sake, man.
So here we go. Third period. We go to commercial. And yeah, things have turned. I don't know what else to say. Things have just turned.
Yeah, SoCal dude right there. Their save of the game. It was the goal that was taken off.
Like, SoCal dude, if you were watching, like, I didn't have my volume up on my phone watching this game because we were in the midst of talking about it. Did they give a rationale why that goal was taken back? Anybody in the chat right now, why was that goal taken back? I tried looking on social media, didn't really see anything.
Yeah.
I want to know why. Was it? I don't even know why. We can't even figure out why.
There was no goaltender interference.
No, like, their goalie, DeCord, was clear about something, and I'm like, what the net wasn't off its mooring. There was no interference. The puck, the only thing I've taken from it is that the puck fell in between the skate and the pad, but still, that's a live puck no matter what.
Kyle Strange on Instagram says the puck luck against us. Goalie pad was pushed in. Anaheim's Ducks card says the same thing. He pushed the pad.
But the puck wasn't pushed in until the stick made contact with the puck.
They're saying it was with his stick that he pushed
so the stick poked the pad, which made the
allowed
puck
the
follow
goal.
it.
Yeah, to where he could push the puck in with a stick.
Well, listen, Todd, I'm not arguing with you, but all I'm saying is that if the whistle's not blown,
I'm
you
agreeing.
play until the whistle.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
agreeing.
live.
They're just giving me the on the Instagram side. They're giving me the explanation they gave. So I that's what they're going with. But I'm 100% with you guys. That the it's not the play's not dead, so you keep playing. The old adage to any sport is you play till the whistle's blown.
But
Right.
even if you're playing till the whistle's blown and they're claiming the stick of Zellweger poked the pad, which made the leg move back and take the puck with it. If you shoot a puck off a skate and it goes in, as long as you don't have a kicking motion, that's a goal.
Oh,
So,
absolutely.
Exactly.
What's the difference?
What happens when you watch a game and you have guys crash the net and the puck is like between the pads, or he's trying to get the goalie's trying to like get it with his glove and he's pushed into his own net with the glove and the puck? It counts, so I don't understand.
Yeah,
Yes.
there'll be some conversations after that one. Quenneville didn't get overly animated, so I guess whatever the refs told him, he probably was just like, well, we just have to deal with it. It's early. We're tied at one. But no.
Ryan Angels Def over there on IG says fire GM Pet Verbeek. Game 1 of the season, folks.
Right, because it's on Verbeek why we're losing this game.
Gotta love the fans.
SoCal Dude
Jesus.
says Kraken broadcast team immediately after the goal said Kraken didn't play till the whistle. Ducks did. Gotta play to the whistle. Then the call was overturned.
See, even they knew.
Wow.
God.
But again,
Yeah.
that was you could say that was the turning point of this game clearly, because ever since, as the Ducks on a power play right now, or penalty kill, 30 seconds remaining, down 3-1.
Yeah, that was a huge play. I mean, God. Being down 1 goal compared to being down 2 is huge. I mean, because you got to try to score here. You hope
Fuck.
between 4 or 5 minutes, and
like they just basically let Montour just like walk in right there.
And just have a straight beeline shot of Dostal who
Jesus
kicked it away.
Christ.
So is it safe to say, fellas, there's some cleaning up to be done? This isn't exactly a game where we're all going to be patting each other and giving butt slaps, right?
I think in my breakdown, I'm going to say Ducks win, and it only took 20 minutes.
Stop the count at 20 minutes. Stop the count.
Yeah, just stop the count at 20 minutes. And it's not even that. It's not even that Seattle's a better team.
Yeah.
It's just a frustrating game. It's just like you guys are better than this.
Right now, the execution's just not with us right now.
No.
I think their heart's in the right place.
Sure.
Hey, come on. It's moral victories. Let's go.
We can't be like that.
Those.
Yeah, trust me.
And if you guys see right now at 10:15, shots are 32 to 23.
They're catching up.
And they're just catching up.
And now a crappy turnover.
What a fucking God. This game's pissing me off now.
Yeah. Well, again, with tonight's live stream, you get myself, Dominic from Katella Chronicles, Todd from Halos in the Infield, Zach from Ducks Gameday Breakdown. We are a family now. Here for this Ducks season, we're going to bring you live streams like this every so often. We'll have podcasts weekly that we'll do as well. We'll pop in with post-game shows. here throughout the season as well. So a lot to look forward to. So make sure you're following all three of us for all the Ducks content. Yes, Halos in the Infield is all about the Angels, but with the Angels playing the way they do, we need positivity. And even though the Ducks are down 3-1, we're trying to find it with the neighbors from across Katella and find ways to win.
It's a new season. It's a new season. That's what you got. I think someone has a something to say about that.
Got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
They got 9:35 remaining, and hopefully the Ducks can try to make a comeback and force overtime.
He meant hockey, by the way. We have a lot of hockey left to play.
Yeah. It's one of those things, a lot of Ducks fans are excited about the season. And yes, right now this game is clearly not going the way the first period had showed us of what the Joel Quenneville era would look like for the Ducks. But cheers to everybody following along. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. I'll steal, Zach, your favorite line that you say at the end of every, I guess, breakdown. Ducks fly together and a little kiss at the end. It's signature. It's great. And but we're not done. There's still business to be had here. And as we hit a commercial break, quick update for you, even though this has nothing to do about baseball, but just because the stream was not working on my TV, so I just put on the baseball game. Cubs shut out Milwaukee and force a game 5.
Wow.
So the Dodgers will have to wait an extra day to figure out who they're playing.
I can't even imagine, being a Dodger fan, if they would have lost today and then I'm dealing with this shit.
You would have been.
I would have been in such
every day.
a bad mood. It just that whole game going into 12 innings, I was already going through a lot. And then I'm like, oh my God, I got to be on a stream in 15 minutes. I was exhausted, and I'm exhausted right now. You
would have felt like Todd did when we were together for the first week of the NFL season when the Niners beat the Seahawks, because I'm a Niners fan. He's a Seahawks fan.
That was a hell of a game.
And we both were emotionally spent.
Yeah.
Then we had to go get our game face on and do Logan O'Hoppy's bowling tournament. And then we're watching other football, and Todd went through the ringer that day.
I could not be in a worse mood, man. I was just I was so frustrated that whole day. So, and I could see Dom trying to dial it down a little bit. I knew he was.
I tried to be nice.
Yeah, he was being nice, and I'm like, stop it, man.
Let me ask you this though, Todd. Okay, me being a Bears fan, would you rather have gone through what the Seahawks put you through in week 1, or what my Bears did on Monday Night Football against the Vikings, being up 20-6 and blowing it?
Yeah, I would take the Seahawks.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't feel sorry for you.
Oh, we're back from the TV timeout. 9 minutes exactly remaining in this hockey game. Ducks trail the Kraken 3-1 opening night. The Ducks' biggest moment of the game. Beckett Senek, his first NHL goal in the first period to tie it up at 1. Ever since then, Ducks had a 2-1 lead for about 5 seconds until the goal was wiped off. And Seattle's taken full advantage of it and have scored 2 goals unanswered.
They're chasing.
They're
absolutely chasing.
To me, they're just playing to try to get lucky. If we do this, magically it'll get deflected into the net. Magically, Seattle, almost like what Seattle was doing in the first, they're hoping Ducks make the first mistake. Now the Ducks are on their heels saying, okay, we'll score when Seattle makes a mistake. And Seattle with the 2-goal lead is like, we're just going to dump the puck, do the basic things, and try to wean off this 8:40 remaining.
And not take a stupid penalty.
Yep. Which have only been 3 penalties in this game.
My question is, when did they pull the goalie? About 2.5, 3 minutes?
If it stays a 2-1 deficit, I'd probably say in the 2.5 to 3 minute range.
Dude, that is one of the best zone entries they've had in the last oh my God.
And this Dostal comes up clutch. Keeps this game alive.
Wow.
From a great entry to a pass broken up to a 1 on Dostal situation.
This is what I'm talking about. They need better defensemen back there.
And tonight, noticing throughout the on-ice on the bottom of the screen and knowing what pairings are out there, nothing's really changed from the starting lineup from what I'm noticing. Everything stayed according to plan. Not much in-game between the lines changes from Quenneville.
Yeah.
Another Anaheim team refusing to make adjustments.
Oh, and Jacob Trouba gets out of the way, and he gets blamed for it. He had his hands up like it wasn't me. And boy, the crowd was right.
If we get a penalty out of this. Oh, Josh Mahura. I forgot he's on
another former Duck.
Ducks legend.
So I think what we'll do with this show, or we'll close it out, but we won't have our traditional post game since we're on a what do you call it?
Live
stream, yeah.
But yeah, we'll have final thoughts and final takes once this game concludes. But we're trying to make it a happy conclusion to the end of the night. It's Thursday. We're almost to the weekend. Ducks hockey's back. Home openers on Tuesday. We're trying to be positive right now and turn the tide. Do we need, is it like baseball? Do we need the rally hat at this point? Just kind of flip your hat and shake it around a little bit?
Well, no.
Go ahead, Todd. Sorry.
I was going to say, when you guys were saying, man, I really don't want to see overtime. About right now, I want to see overtime.
I want to see overtime.
like, come on, guys, let's rally. Let's do this.
How much did we bad talk about shootouts just a little bit ago? I'd see a shootout right now.
Yeah, dude. Just give me 1 point at this point. Like if we could scrape away a point, I'd be happy.
So you want a pity point?
I'll take a pity point at this time. I think. Look, I'll tell you this, Zach, like if this team was perennial winners, I don't want that. But the fact that we're scraping for points over the last few years, give me a pity point.
Todd's setting his expectations very low right now here.
How the fuck? Oh my god!
Another situation. Yeah, there's frustration has to be growing on that bench right now. There's got to be frustration growing.
Yeah.
Because what they've practiced and what they've preseason with. Have we seen a more frustrating game than tonight during the preseason?
No.
Yeah,
the preseason was pretty crisp.
It was awful.
They were okay.
Yeah, it was doable. It did not equate to what we're seeing tonight in periods 2 and 3.
I think the part that's frustrating for me right now is watching how they played. Bless you, hon. Is how they played in that first 20 minutes. And I'm just like, I know what you guys are capable of.
There was a steep drop off.
Yeah. And I'm not saying it's going to be consistent. I'm not saying you guys are going to be perfect all the time. But God damn it.
At least maintain it throughout the night. Maybe not go over in abundance. But now Seattle is.
What are we doing, man?
They have clamped down on that blue line, and the Ducks horrid entries. Now they get one entry. Carlson pass shot. Oh, that was probably one of the better opportunities of the third. And now, right back into it.
Yeah, Seattle's playing in survival mode right now.
With the Duck, I feel, with the way the momentum has swung, another save glove style by Dostal, 6:08 remaining. I feel if the Ducks could get one goal within the next 2 minutes, with more than 4 minutes remaining, a switch may flip.
Sure. Yeah.
Again, like any momentum swing can happen that way. But I would say for the Ducks to have a better high percentage chance at this ball game, you gotta score within the next 2 minutes.
Let me ask you guys a quick question over here on IG. Your Cracker says, I want to get into hockey, but what's the best way to get into it? What would be your advice?
Just by watching it.
Yeah.
See if it's your cup of tea.
The more you watch,
learn the rules, right?
Yeah. The more you watch, the more you get connected with it. You'll see how players go up and down the ice. You see how the broadcasters call this game and different things. It's natural.
So to add to that, Todd, I would say if you're looking to get into it, go to a live game.
There you go. Yep.
Go to a live game.
Yep.
If you're just like, this isn't for me, then it isn't for you. But if you go to a live game, watching it on TV versus watching it live, so different.
Oh, absolutely. I can attest
So
to
different.
that.
So I
Go
would
to a
say
Ducks
go
game.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say that as well. A live game is always the best when it comes to hockey.
Yeah.
Even if you go to a minor league game, those are pretty intense too. They're pretty good. So absolutely, I agree. I think that's the best answer.
Yeah.
TV doesn't do hockey justice.
No.
Even in a crucial game, like if it's a Stanley Cup final game, it doesn't do it justice.
No, it doesn't.
No.
I've only been to a couple playoff hockey games, and man, were they intense. So I mean, you always remember those.
The last playoff game I was at was Ducks Predators, and I think it was the Western Conference Finals. Was that 16 or 17?
17.
17. I went to game 1 when they lost in overtime.
PK Subban? Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. I was sitting in section 422. I was behind the net. That was a pendulum. Again, you talk about the emotions of hockey. Even in a blowout game, you'll feel those emotions. But in the playoffs, it's a whole different situation.
I remember I was given tickets from the Junior Ducks when I was coaching there at the time. And I remember my mother-in-law, my wife, and my sister-in-law, we were all sitting there. And I remember PK Subban just throwing the puck on net. And all I could hear was hearing them on the ice cheering, and it just went quiet.
That place, yeah. It was probably one of the most silent Honda centers I've ever heard.
It was very, very quiet. And I remember, God, that year, dude, I wanted us to win so bad.
Because we knew that was probably the end.
It was.
Or we were, if not that was the end, we knew the next season would definitely be like, that's it.
Mm-hmm. Wow, Dostal just made a huge save.
Which, huge save from Dostal, 5:39 left. Which playoff run still stings today? Losing to the Predators in 2017 in the Western Conference Finals, or losing in Game 7 at home to the Blackhawks a few years prior.
Blackhawks.
Game
7 Blackhawks.
And especially because we started that game, what was it, down 3-0? And then we rallied a little bit, like to 3-2, and then it just kind of got away at that point.
Yeah, that was...
I watched that game from the ESPN zone in downtown Disney. I remember that one.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I remember because I happened to be at the park that day. And my girl and I, we wanted dinner. So I was like, well, the Ducks game's there. Let's just go to ESPN zone and take a couple hours out of our day. And we were already eating. First period happens, and we're like, yeah, we're down 3-0. This sucks. Let's go on a ride. I'm like, I got the game on my phone. We don't have to be with fans right now. It's like, that was a rough first period. Rough.
Yeah. I remember sitting there and just kind of being like, wow, this is really how it's going to end.
Yeah.
I think the toughest for me was 2013-14 Timu's last game.
Yeah.
And not going
against
to
the Kings.
Yeah.
That was, dude, I cried my eyes out.
Yeah, I cried from home.
Dude, like that was tough.
I got emotional for Ryan Getzlaf as well, because I was at Getzlaf's final game. And Dostal,
dude,
lucky again.
He's getting no offensive support.
Now,
they've collapsed on the Ducks.
34-29. It funny how one or two plays can change the full complexion of the game.
Absolutely.
Dude, like Seattle's not a better team than we are. Like that's
the wild thing about. I think that's what makes this sting more. It's like if we were close in the first period with like Vegas, and then it was this exact game against Vegas, and then I'm like, okay, Vegas has Marner. They're the better team on paper and everything else right now. Great, but with the Kraken, it's like
the fact that they're catching up to shots now. It's 34-30.
Yeah, I thought they would be at 40 by now.
17-5 after 1. So that means Ducks have had 17 to 25. They've been outshot by 8 in 1.5 periods.
Here's something that's really interesting. Why the hell is the winger or the center always picking up the guy who's behind the second defenseman in our own zone? Like, they're always having to back check and basically pick up the other. Where the hell's the defenseman? What are they doing?
Yep. And here again, loose in front, back to the middle. Seattle just diagonally dumps it. Dostal plays it, which we haven't seen Dostal play many pucks here tonight. And now with speed,
they're gonna pull him here any second.
By the way, Ivan's asking on IG Ducks Game Day, are you going to collab with the Halo Boys on Thursday?
Halo Boys?
I guess
Yeah.
they're doing a
Are doing a watch party?
no. I think they're going to be at Honda Center,
Oh,
wearing all the Halo Boys garb.
Gotcha.
Not that I'm aware of, but we'll see.
Oh, that's
that's
stayed.
offside.
That's
I thought
stayed.
that was
Oh,
offside.
come on, get one to the back of the net. Come on, you got to get one within the
Shot
next
completely wide.
No. Got lucky for a second. Couldn't
Man
finish
rush.
things. Yeah, I think we're in a matter of what? Within the next 30 seconds, Dostal's out.
probably.
They're gonna pull.
Here
him.
we go. Let's see. Can you get? There's a man. Did they pull Dostal? Senek. He's got
Dude,
trailers.
Senek, great puck
Nice
possession.
pass.
Ooh, great pass.
And
Again, a
just
shot
saved by
in-
Decord.
Wait,
All
did
right.
we score?
No, Decord he got out there and saved it.
Awfully close.
Awfully close.
How is McTavish in the scrum and nobody else is around him? Like, nobody else is around him.
Let's see where this one falls. Senek with a nice little touch pass.
He's by himself.
Drop pass. Look nice. Shot. Oh, it kind of deflected off a Kraken skate. Didn't fully get to the net.
See, Greg Cronin would be like, "Oh, that was a great play."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Johnny puts are you guys going to the home opener? I am. I will be there on opening night on
Possibly.
Tuesday.
Possibly.
I'm a possible as well.
Oh, Dostal's on the bench. Okay.
All right. Well, we set it on the 3-minute mark, so points for Zach on that one.
Sure. I'd like points on the board for this team, but whatever. That's fine.
Points to you, points to the boys. Come on, 259.
30,
Let's have
35
something to
30.
talk about here tonight. Beckett's had a nice game for the Ducks. He's probably been one of their best players tonight, if not the best. Now with 2:50 remaining, net is empty. This is where you make your money, boys. Lacombe, 6 on 5.
Just get it deep. Come on.
Ooh, elbow right to the face. Lacombe.
Come on. Look home.
And
To
the
net.
stick breaks.
Oh, my God.
But
on, set
luck
up
is
a
not
corner.
in their favor tonight.
There's nobody in
No.
front of the net.
Come on, someone's got to get
Nobody in
traffic.
front of the net.
Get traffic. No, Lacombe. Someone.
Shot.
Ooh, shot, tip, no. Someone's got to find it.
Come on.
Ooh,
Come on,
up,
get it in front.
nope. Colangelo. Oh, good save. Good job.
Oh, good keeping.
I can't tell if that was Zellweger or Cutter, one of the two. And now it's stayed. Oh,
That's it.
yes, there we go. Get him out of
Oh,
position.
come on.
Go.
Mm.
As Lacombe up front. No.
Mm,
Cutter all alone. Someone needs to support.
keep the pressure, man.
For
Don't let them
Grambling.
change.
Go across. Get a shot.
Come on, 1:45 remaining. Shot. Loose change. Nothing, and Seattle clears it. And just wide of the net, icing. 135, 136.
You had about at least what I seen 4 or 5 good opportunities right there.
Mm.
Ugh.
You got to put one in right there. Got to.
This feels like a game where the Ducks are going to get a goal to make it 3-2, and there'll be like 1 second left in the game.
It's going to be so, excuse my language, but so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
That is one of my biggest pet peeves in sports, when you're down and you come back and you do the work and you do it with not enough time left.
Yeah.
And it's like Angels could be down 9-2 and they'll come back 9-8 and then just shit the bed at the very end. So Quenneville will call a timeout, or someone called a timeout.
I think Seattle did.
I think Seattle
yeah.
get a little breather here. Shots 35-31 in favor of Anaheim. Dostal, I would say an okay performance tonight. He's kept the Ducks in this game here in the third period, but I would definitely say 2, if not all 3 goals tonight. You could make the conversation that they probably shouldn't have been in the back of the net.
Yeah, you got to make those first saves.
That last one, the third goal, I think should have been, the one-on-one break and to make it the second goal of the game. I can, get over, but that third one sticks a little bit, especially since being down 2.
Yeah. Well, all 3
Face-offs.
being on stick side.
Yeah. Ducks have not done well. Seattle leading in the face-off percentage tonight throughout the night, relatively about 55 to 45%. In comparison, Ducks
Get a
win the
shot.
draw.
Come on.
Shot, loose change, sticked away by Decord. They're making Decord look good tonight.
He's very mediocre.
Oh.
120.
Gramlin's
Ducks
out.
need something immediately.
McTavish
Shot.
is only out there for 2 minutes.
Gramlin out for almost 2. Lacombe tries to save it, and Seattle's able to get it out.
Dude, come on.
1 minute to play. 1 minute to play left in this hockey game.
You sound like the arena announcer.
I tried my best.
Thanks,
that one
Bill.
will be that one will be glove from the cord and 57.7 remaining.
Listen, if they somehow miraculously come back in this game, or if they lose this game, they beat themselves.
Yeah.
Essentially, they beat themselves.
Although this isn't the home opener, I got one word to sum it up for myself, and that's the disappointment.
Yeah.
I really expected more tonight.
Yeah. If this was the Ducks style of play, all 3 periods, we could have a different conversation. But after that first period that looks so promising,
Yeah.
it makes it feel even more of a letdown and even more of a disappointment.
Are we going to have that consistency down the road?
Yeah. Because consistency is key no matter how you look at it. Again, 36 shots on goal is great. I would say probably about 20 to 25 shots are legit. The rest were, just little slappies to the goalie that don't do much justice. 25 seconds, and into the waning seconds now, the Ducks trying to score. I swear they'll score with 1 second remaining. Oh, and that one goes wide. I swear that would have been. Nope, and that one will go out of play. 14 and a half remaining, and I think we
goaltender is constantly out of position. He looks like he's swimming most of the time with his pads. He just doesn't look comfortable.
He doesn't look comfortable, yeah. Yep, and you could see it on Leo Carlson's face on the bench. Just he gets there and the head drops. I think it's a head scratcher kind of game. Joe Quenneville knows it's going to happen, and the Ducks about 14 and a half seconds away from going 0-1 to begin the 2025-2026 season. It's I don't want to say it's perplexing because, again, the Ducks, we didn't really know what to have with Joe Quenneville as the clock gets ready to burn out. The Kraken will sandwich it out, and that will do it for tonight's hockey game. Ducks fall to the Kraken by the final of 3-1 as the whistle goes.
Kyle chimes in with, Ducks didn't play bad. They controlled most of the play. Seattle was just opportunistic. You guys agree or disagree with that?
I disagree with that.
I agree to the fact of, what was the first part you said? The Ducks gave away opportunities, or?
Well, he said they controlled most of the play, but Seattle was opportunistic when it counted.
They had in the second and third period, they had better breakouts to try to get more against Dostal. I'm not going to say, the only problem with this game was the refs. They blew it for the Ducks by not giving them that second goal. It was bigger than that. That point of the game did change clearly the trajectory of this game because the Ducks go up 2-1 after trailing 1-0 in the first period. That sends this game in another direction. But I do think I disagree with that. I would say more so the Ducks clearly shot themselves in the foot more often than not.
That's true. I think what the disappointment for me on here was the passing was not crisp at all. I think they literally they missed some opportunities. Yeah, you have to control the puck better, especially in your zone or in the opponent's zone. And I said it before, I'll say it again, man. Them just missed opportunities, dude. Where you had some opportunities to get a pass to someone with an open shot, and they weren't able to do that. Um, like you said, they were playing too frantic earlier on, Zach. So, yeah, it's definitely not the way you want to start the season off, in my opinion.
Dominic, do you want to go or do you want me to go?
No, before I let you go, I'll just break down the box score here quickly, and then Zach can take it away with his thoughts on this ball game tonight. Kraken win 3-1. They get goals in the first, second, and third period. The lone Ducks goal of the game was the rookie Beckett Senek's first NHL goal, assisted by Mason McTavish. A nice backhanded shot that got the Ducks back in the game after trailing 1-0 within the first couple of minutes. The Ducks outshoot Seattle 36-31. Seattle wins the faceoffs 54-45%. No power plays. Kraken go 0 for 2. Ducks go 0 for 1. 36 hits to 48 hits in favor of the Kraken. Kraken 26 block shots to the Ducks 7. Giveaways. After the Ducks led 7-6 in this category after one, it flipped. Kraken 24 giveaways to the Ducks 12. And again, 17 shots in the first, 12 in the second, 7 in the third for the Ducks. And for the Kraken, it was flipped. 5 in the first, 11 in the second, and 15 in the third. Zach, take it away. We'll kind of go through the box score after and kind of pick maybe a star of the game for the Ducks, and we'll kind of go from there.
I think, if you were to talk about the star of the game, I'd probably go Beckett Senek.
Yeah.
Kid looked really good. When it comes to the Ducks play, first 20 minutes, they look great. They controlled it. And I would say even in the first 5-6 minutes of the second period, I felt like they controlled the rush and controlled a lot of the play in the neutral zone. And then it just got away from them. As soon as they gave up those 2 really bad goals where, you have to have guys who are playing their position. And when they're caught out of position like this, you're not going to win very many hockey games. And Dostal, all 3 goals being scored on the stick side, you have to have those. I'm sorry, but it's like, you're the guy now. You got the bag thrown at you.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's only game 1, and call me, overreactionary or whatever, but there's no way that this Seattle team is better than this Ducks team. They're just not. You watch a lot of the way the Ducks played, and as soon as they went down by 1, they acted like they were down by 5. Mm-hmm. You watch the way the Ducks played, they were down by 2. They acted like they were down by 15. It's like, you have to play better. And I'll keep going, but I'll let you guys go ahead.
I'll just say that the Kraken, once they got the 3-1 lead, almost looked like they were tied. They kept the pressure on, and they were ultra aggressive defensively, which caught me off guard. I thought they would be more conservative. You have a couple comments on IG here saying they who had the puck more. Did you talk about that one, Dom, as far as like the zone?
Oh, zone possession here. Let me see here on the breakdown.
Because while you look that up, Anaheim Ducks card says Terry had some bad stick handling and turned the puck over a lot tonight, then turned into goals.
But is that why we lost the game? No. It's not one guy. It takes 18 guys to win a hockey game. Yep. And that's why I say to most Ducks fans, and I'm going to, as you guys know, I'm very honest about it. You can't just sit here and blame one guy. This isn't baseball where it's like it always the pitcher's fault. It's not like that. You have, Troy Terry gets a stick up his ass, and he's like, oh, I'm going to carry the puck from end to end and to try to get a goal. He's been doing that for the last 2 years, and he tried to do that tonight, and he can't do it. Yeah. He can't. He has to start trusting his teammates. But that also comes in line with you have to talk to your teammates. You can't just be a mute.
True.
No, I think when you overlook at this game, and again, I agree, it's not one person's fault. In hockey, when you lose, of course, if you're going to blame one person, it's the goalie's fault. He let the puck pass him. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm glad you know that. But it's so many different facets, and with the way the Ducks are going right now with Quenneville and this new era of Ducks hockey with the young guns playing, and it was great to see Sennett get his first goal of the season and have a positive like that. Hopefully that helps his development in a much better way. I think it was just in combination of the Ducks. Great first period. I'm not going to say they took the foot off the gas. I think they just played a little scared or helter-skelter. You find the adjective, whichever one fits you guys. I just think they lost who they believe they were in the first period. And again, I don't know if that's the players, if that's the coaches, if that's everybody playing together for the first time in a meaningful game. Preseason, I think, including preseason, like we talked about in the third period, this was probably the worst of the bunch in comparison to the preseason games.
Yeah, which you wouldn't figure that. You'd think they'd play a little bit stronger, a little bit more collective, a little bit more disciplined. But there was definitely some lapses as we saw as the game went along. Turnovers, were aplenty in this game. I think that's something they really got to clean up because we don't have the goaltending to, because we did get away with a few of them. This as much as we said, hey, this could have been a tie, this could have been 3-2. This also could have been 5-1. They had some breakaways, some odd man rushes, and the Ducks got extremely lucky on a couple of those. So as much as we say, there was some soft goals on the stick side, like you were saying, Zach, but he did make some excellent saves when he was on an island by himself.
Yeah. No, 100%. I don't want to take away what he did during the game to save the Ducks from staying in it.
Yeah.
But also it goes in line with what we've been dealing with where it's like, okay, the goaltender's bailing us out, but what are we doing offensively?
Correct.
Yep.
And it's something that has been going on for a lot of years. And I know maybe 20, 25 games in, we may be speaking a completely different tone here.
True.
But in this first game, you watch that first 20 minutes, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This team is turning a corner. But it's like, if you're going down by 1 and you're acting like you're down by 10, that's a problem.
And I'm going to guess that, I think definitely Joe Quenneville is going to look at this game and say, okay, how do I need to adjust as a head coach? Because, and the rest of the assistant coaches, how do we combat that when we go down a goal or two? And how do we tell the players, stop it, without telling them to stop it? What's the more articulative way to get them back and right the ship in the right direction in a game like that? Again, a team that clearly we should be better than. And it just doesn't work out that way tonight.
Well, the good thing about Quenneville is that he's a veteran coach. He's been around the block. He's had to deal with rebuilds or strong teams or building a strong team. So I'm agreeing with you guys. It's too early to judge. It's disappointing that they didn't clean up a lot of this stuff that was around the last year or two. They still got work to do, but we're going to have to expect some warts here, trying to transition out of the bad hockey play from last year and getting these young kids to play together. So yeah, he's got to fill them out. He's got to get used to these guys. He's got to find the right line combinations, and hopefully, it'll be sooner than later that this team can start to get an identity and start to play a more consistent brand of hockey. Because tonight, what we're describing is basically a team playing a different period each period, like they're a different style each period. That they did not stick to a game plan or did not have a total game plan. And they seem to wing it. Like you said, Zach said all night, they were playing scared and just, at times tentative too. You didn't know what hockey team was on the ice at certain points of the game. So that's got to be cleaned up.
Yeah, they were chasing, essentially. Yeah. It just felt like, they were getting opportunities, but essentially they were chasing. And they were trying to make not make the perfect play, but just try to get pucks on net. But there's nobody there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, you know, I think they just got to clean it up. They play San Jose on Friday. They're better than Seattle. Seattle, they escaped one here. They got one here. And I think the biggest takeaway that I take away from this game is that when you play teams like this and you know that you're better, show them why you're better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Keep your
That's
foot
it.
on the gas pedal and just go for the jugular. Tonight, 3
Exactly.
stars of the game, according to the media. All 3 are Seattle Kraken. Jared McCann, he had the first goal tonight. He gets the 3rd star of the game. Mason Marchment, who essentially gets the game-winning goal that made it 2-1 Kraken. He gets the 2nd star. And the Seattle goaltender, Joey Decord, allowed 1 goal, a save percentage of .972, as he saw a grand total from the Ducks, 36 shots, and he made 35 saves.
He has a 970 save percentage.
Yeah, 972 in this game, 35 and 36.
Get the fuck out of here. Like,
Yeah.
stop.
This
Like-
is the point. See, this is the night. You know,
Not you. The
No, I know.
like,
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, you know, I think all Ducks go 0 for 3 in that regard. Honorable mention, at least some positivity, and we've talked about it before. Beckett Senek, his first NHL goal.
Yeah.
His family was there. He's the only goal scorer of the night. I think that was a great moment for him, his family, and hopefully that's spelling great things for his developmental process. And that kind of gives him an old chip. And I think outside of the goal, he might have been one of the better Duck players, if not the best player overall on both sides of the ice tonight.
Oh, agreed. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of positives to pull out of this, and hopefully that's one of many more goals to be scored moving forward. But yeah, now it makes me want that San Jose game a lot more on Saturday, dude. I really don't want to go 0-2 coming back to Anaheim. So.
And if there's any, I don't know if this is considered salt in the wound. Vegas came back in overtime and beat San Jose 4-3.
I saw.
Yeah,
But they got a point.
Yeah, they got a pity point. You know,
They
so
got a
the
point.
Ducks. So for at least one night, San Jose is better than the Ducks. No,
Mhm.
that will, at the end of the day, Ducks fans, that will not be how it goes down. I promise. It will not. It cannot be that way. But next game for the Ducks, Saturday in San Jose, 7:00 puck drop. Victory Plus app. You know where to watch the game. Regardless of how the score was tonight, this was fun. The 3 of us together enjoying the game, talking up shop. You guys are going to get a lot of this throughout the season. We'll do live streams here and there throughout the year, but a weekly podcast with Zach, myself, Todd. You know, any combination of the 3 of us. We'll be doing that weekly, and then we'll have post-game wrap-up shows, just like Todd does for Halos in the Infield. We'll do as many as we can. You know, some nights, again, it could be just Zach, could be me, it could be a combination. No matter what, we have this wonderful partnership between Katella Chronicles, Ducks Gameday Breakdown, and Halos in the Infield. So, you know, I think we all deserve a star of the game, right? You know, we've held on for 3 hours and 2 minutes. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty clean 3 hours. Not bad. So I think too, I don't know. Are we going to stream this on TikTok, or are you going to save that for your show, or we just want to stick with this on here for the post games?
Oh, we can stick this on here.
Okay.
Post games and stuff.
Okay.
Breakdowns and stuff will either come right away, you know, that night, depending on the time of the game. Like tomorrow, it'll come first thing in the morning.
Okay.
And you know, there'll be 82 of them. You know, right now I'm just I gotta
digest.
I gotta think. If man, like if my Dodgers didn't win, I'd be severely depressed. Like I'd just be like, God, I gotta go game 5, like going in the next day. And I know some of you, both of you, would be like, I'd kill for a game 5, man. I would just kill for any type of postseason. So no, I totally get it.
Game 1.
I know.
It wasn't, you know, it wasn't a great night. You know, if you're an Angel fan that doesn't like the Dodgers, it wasn't a great night there. It wasn't a great night for football if you picked the Eagles because the Giants won. Wasn't a great night if you're a Ducks fan. It was a very interesting, and the Cubs shutting out Milwaukee. So it's weird sports night here on October the 9th. We'll see. You know, it happens
weird.
that way.
And and especially for the fans out there for the Ducks, we will have the podcast. What are we? I think at the end of the week, we'll be recording it set for Monday, wrapping up the week that was. I think that's how we're going to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking about whether the Ducks play 2 or 3 games during that week. We'll be breaking it down, and then also previewing the upcoming games. So look forward to that as well on the Heedy Network. So guys, it was fun tonight.
Absolutely.
Just not the outcome.
Yeah.
We do our best. We were there. We enjoyed it. Hey, at least tonight, thanks to Becca Senek. We got one. We got one of the goal horns. I know we joke on Halos in the Infield all the time of how many Deos there are at Angel Stadium in a given day, and it would be a Deo for every time the Angels scored. Tonight it would be one Deo. That's it.
Yeah, we definitely could use more.
And the pitcher from the Phillies throwing it home rather than the first base.
Todd,
Man,
this night for Todd is just like his Seahawks in Week 1. It is a rough night.
Oh yeah, it's been a bad week ever since we lost to Tampa too, man. It's like,
listen,
boy.
Todd and Dominic, I say this with all sincerity. If you guys were ever to make the change, we'd love to have you. Okay.
I don't.
Are you
I
talking
don't
about
know.
your Bears, right? Your Chicago Bears.
Oh no. That is pain.
Fat chance of that happening, Zach. That'll never
I get
happen.
it.
When we get into baseball season next year and be able to, when we do Angels and hey, the Angels won the World Series this year. They beat the Dodgers all 6 games. We came in, we treated it like the World Series, and it's grand.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, any final thoughts before we check off, fellas?
No, I don't have anything. This was fun. I had a great time. 3 hours felt like 15 minutes. But I want to thank you guys for having me on, and can't wait to do this in the future. So
Yeah, and we'll talk
Absolutely.
again on the post game. So hopefully we can all meet up there as well.
Yeah.
So,
and I do one final shout out. Producer of the Stars, Randy. He was in for a little bit on the background. He was able to finish our little outro video when we end streams or end podcasts. So you're going to see that as we clear out of the live stream tonight. He added the goal horn. So he was doing all the last minute stuff that Todd and I weren't able to do. So thank you, Randy. We appreciate you. And a lot of great stuff coming in the future. But great night overall with the two of you guys. And Ducks at 48 hours. They're going to get that first win in the home opener on Tuesday. It's game 1 of 82. It's lot to work on, but Ducks fly together. We're going to be fine.
absolutely. All right. Well, thanks,
Bye,
guys.
Devin.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night,
Talk to you guys
everybody.
soon.
Cheers.